voice of reason, James Whale on Talk Radio.
Oh, Mr. Lee, how are you? This is all to do with the Edinburgh International Book Festival and Television. Ridiculous, honestly.
Oh, what's the story? I missed the story because I was watching First Dates.
Is it any good?
Yeah, I like First Dates. You know, it's the one with the French dude that runs a restaurant. And
I love him. I love that.
I was asked to go on that.
Yeah, you should have done.
No, I didn't want to. They weren't paying me.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll go.
And also,
for
it's a freak show.
Yeah, but I went in Big Brother, so, and you went in the jungle. So there
but
we are.
I don't want to be paired, but they asked me to go on that and Hunted they wanted me to go on as well. But no money. You take 2 weeks off work. For Hunt. Oh, it's for charity. Oh, the cameraman's not getting paid, is he? The director's not getting paid, is he?
That's always the thing I always think when they ask you to do something for charity, is the bar stuff. Are they getting paid?
Yeah,
or the door stuff getting paid?
Oh, listen, there's no harm in getting paid for a charity gig at all.
No, might do it a bit cheaper.
Of course.
Yeah.
And if it's a charity that I'm really, really behind, you know what, I might go and do a free night if I'm free.
Or even donate the money I get.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you know. No, Mariella Fostrob's just upset that apparently television executives only want men like Stephen Fry to present travel shows.
They don't want men like Stephen Fry. They want Stephen Fry, which is understandable because he's great. But here's the thing. I'm a white middle-aged guy. I've had a lot of privilege. With a moustache now. And I was considering new representation and no one was interested. But an agent went, You're a white middle-aged radio presenter. Who's going to hire you? You know, okay, this station, but he said you're not in vogue at the moment. It's not what they want.
Yes, you see, you need to be a bit older.
Yeah.
Then you get, like me,
exactly.
You get pensioner perks.
Yeah.
I've come up with this new format called Pensioners Paradise.
Here we go.
Yeah. And it's
a brothel for old people, staffed by old people.
Yeah. And it's going to a floating one. And it's going to go all over the world with people. You've got to be over pensionable age to go on it.
You got Bobby Davro, got Lionel Blair, you got is Pam St Clement still alive? Did she pass away?
I don't know.
So just said the name and I thought, I'm not sure she's passed away. Linda Lusardi.
Do you know she's over
Angela
60?
Rippon. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
it's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
What a world we live in.
Gosh, she's good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was going to say Lizzie Cundy, but then she might come in here one night and whack me.
I love Lizzie Cundy.
So
I think she's too young for that show, James, that you're pitching. She's too young.
Yes, Lizzie, far too young. But, I don't know, start at... far too young.
This is Whale doing this.
Anyway, listen, I'm going now. Leave you to have all the flack. Okay, thank you very much indeed. What do you got on tonight? Just usual
Brexit
stuff.
Islam. Do we have too many Muslims in this country?
Yeah, too much fracking.
There we go, too much fracking.
And you'll love this one. I've enjoyed that.
What's this? Don't be shy. Try fondling your foliage. I'm shaved. Oh, it means in the garden. I do apologise. I misunderstood.
Yeah, but which garden? Thank you very much.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Yeah.
apologise, rock and roll fans. That was not the original Rock and Roll All Night Party Every Day by Kiss. That was one of the songs they re-recorded in the early 2000s, and I can only apologise. Good evening, the Late Night Alternative. My name is Iain Lee. Oh, and look what the cat's dragged in. Meow. It's Catherine Boyle. She's a lady.
No.
A really shitty, smelly, ugly lady.
That's just rude.
Nice to have you back.
Apparently.
Get a piece of that pie.
No,
How's
your
your
hands off my pie.
Why do they do that thing? I nearly did that thing they do in radio, where obviously Kath came back from holiday last Thursday. I've spoken to her. I saw her today. Her kids and my kids met for the first time, and it was Moida. And we've been sat in the office for the last 3 hours, and I was about to do so how was your holiday? I know how her holiday was. She told me about it already.
Sweaty, lazy, boozy.
Dirty. That's weird, isn't it? That kind of... first of all, it's very easy to fall to those lazy radio and TV tropes, because it's what we see all the time. But that weird kind of... So, Kath is back after a week and a half away. Kath, how was your holiday? Nice break? I know! I spoke to her about it last week. I'm bored of it. It's really sad. Sorry, it's not
What, boring stories?
Can I say on the radio... By the way, 0344 499 1000, if you want to give us a call. I've literally got nothing planned tonight, but I do know Alan's going to be up. Morning, Alan.
Hi, Mark.
There we go. Some things never change. We'll go to Alan in a bit. But we literally got nothing planned. Kath, I got in about 6:30. I got in early, and Kath got in about 7:30. And I said, I don't want to do any prep for the show. You're watching on Periscope. This is my blank bit. But I said, I don't want to do any prep for the show. Not read any stories. I've just realised that all the windows I had open on my computer from last week have closed down. So I've literally got nothing. Right. So we're just going to sit here and we're going to chat. You is welcome to call in 0344 499 1000. Free call for most of you. We call you back anyway, so it's pennies. You can call in about anything. But I said something to you while you're on holiday which could have been interpreted as being rude.
Yeah.
Can I say it on the radio? Oh, by the way, Kath isn't wearing any pants today.
Got white trousers on, so sometimes you just have to go.
That's a risk I would not be prepared to take.
Why?
Though.
Oh no, you can't.
That's
not with
a
that.
Risk I would not be prepared to take.
With that problem you got going on there.
Your holiday was at a holiday resort.
It was an all-inclusive
in Greece
holiday complex.
It's Corfu. Is Corfu Greek? Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Didn't you?
Where's Samoa? Is that near New Zealand? Or is it near Hawaii?
It's yeah.
Okay. We'll talk about Fast and the Furious.
It's a Polynesian island.
Okay. Well, I don't know where that is. Where's Polynesia?
I think it is near Hawaii.
I think initially I thought it was near Hawaii. Then I thought it was near New Zealand. New Zealand, mate.
That's Fiji you're thinking of.
I've got a joke. I knew there was a joke there. I've got a joke.
Brilliant.
I'll do it. Right.
Let's
so
take
you've
the
got to
run up.
ask
They're always the best jokes.
You've got to ask me. You say, so where's Polynesia?
So where's Polynesia?
She got me right in the balls.
Huh?
That's where Polynesia need me. Say it again. Do it.
Where's Polynesia?
Don't say it like that.
Well,
say it properly.
I have to really.
Say it. Say it properly.
So where's Polynesia?
Right in the balls. I don't know what I did to upset her. Polly, that is. And she needs me. Polly, she needs me. That's a good joke. It's a good joke. It's a bit fun.
It's a shame you missed Edinburgh because they like those.
Okay, here we go. Here come the digs.
Hey.
So your holiday was an all-inclusive in a holiday resort in a foreign country.
Yes.
How many wonderful museums, galleries, streets?
None.
She stayed, and this is not a dig, and this is not like a snobby dig, right? But sorry.
Hello?
I don't understand a holiday where all you do, and again, this sounds snobby, and I don't mean it to, right? But all you did was sit by the pool all day, then go and watch some weird show.
I didn't watch the shows, they were on.
You didn't even watch the shows?
No, I watched a couple.
Wow!
But they were just incidental, really. A lot of people were there early doors to take their seats right at the front and stop the children from being able to see. But
the thing is as well, I bet there were too many people.
I Actually, I've been to worse places. We could always get a sunbed.
Wow!
But they were doing that thing of breaking the law by getting in early and putting the towels on.
This is what I would like to say about your holiday.
Don't be so silly, Kath.
I don't understand it. How did you not go mad after, like, day 2? A day of that, I dig.
Right. Well, here's the difference. Okay.
Yes.
I'm
an intelligent man, and I just can't stop thinking. And you're Kath.
I don't get very much chance to do bugger all.
Right, yeah.
There's the difference between you and I. You do get a chance to do bugger all sometimes and not talk to anyone if you don't want to.
That's true.
I don't.
Okay.
So, with the children in the pool...
And I know the kids would love that, of course.
Yeah.
Of course,
What, me not talking to them?
Well, no, but kids with a great pool...
and a massive inflatable
wonderful
avocado.
I get that.
So, yeah, they were on that. They were in and out of the pool. They made some little holiday friendships. We were all minding our own business.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of lying down next to the pool from my point of view. 'Cause I dip in and out of the pool, but I'm really not a massive swimmer, and you couldn't really, because there's too many games going on.
I don't like being wet. Do you like being wet?
Tell you when I do like being wet.
Yeah.
When it's dead sweaty otherwise. Because I'd lie by the pool for a bit, and then it would get uncomfortable, and I'd go for a dip, and then out again, and carry on reading my book. Which, by the way, was the subtle art of not giving an F.
Which we've talked about on this show.
Turns out I knew a lot of it already.
Great book.
But there were actually some brilliant bits, and some bits I think helped me with a later breakthrough.
Catherine's had a breakthrough.
I have.
Which we're going to talk about, we'll probably talk about later in the
You
show.
thought I was the sensible one. Turns out I'm nuts too.
See, I've run out of stuff to be nuts about, right? Because it's all out there now.
Turns out I've been sitting on a big one.
So season 5, Kath goes bonkers.
Then we're all in trouble.
That's how it works. Literally have nothing planned. I've not seen the news today. I don't think there is any news on a bank holiday. And traditionally, on bank holiday shows, you don't get that many phone calls. So give us a call. Otherwise, it's just us chatting. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Open your bottle.
These are very squeaky bottles, aren't they?
They are very squeaky bottles.
I love it.
But you can give us a call over absolutely anything you want. Let's go to Leon. Good evening, Leon.
Oh, hello. Hi.
It's Leon, the inventor.
Of course it is.
Yeah. I just, first of all, I just wanted to apologise for not, I've been kind of slack on the inventing front. And I heard that you were possibly looking for inventions this evening, and I've got one that's in a little bit of a different direction.
Hang on, who told you that?
Well, I was filling in the words between, when the radio programme started, there was a sentence that you didn't strictly say it, but I kind of thought that
you read between the lines, and you heard, and may God bless you, Leon, you heard we were looking for inventions. We're always looking for inventions.
We're very into innovations.
Yeah, no, he said inventions.
Well, and the same.
Do you remember, wasn't there a shop called Innovations?
Yeah.
And they sold, like...
gadgets.
Like
those key rings.
And like a flying slipper and stuff. We went to get this, Leon. Where I live, right? There's a swimming pool nearby, and we go to the swimming pool. It's great. And we went on Saturday because they have family swim, and we went on Sunday because they have family swim. And what is great about this swimming pool? Speaking of Innovations, the Stevie Wonder Innovations.
It's a great album.
Is you take your shoes off before you go into the changing rooms. So you pay, then there's a little hallway, and you take your shoes off and leave them there, and then you go into the changing rooms. It's great, right? It is great.
Is there one of them mucky foot baths?
No, they don't do that anymore.
Good.
Because someone, I think, died of foot AIDS in the 90s. So they take your shoes off, right? So I took my trainers off, the boys took their trainers off, and they put them there. Here's the thing. So there's trainers, there's sandals, there's all these different kind of shoes. There were a pair of slippers there. Someone had gone to the swimming baths in a pair of slippers.
I love
I'm thinking, that makes sense.
I've been to a friend's in my slippers and pyjamas, actually.
Do you do the school run in your pyjamas and slippers?
Well,
wow.
Not my slippers.
Wow.
But I do sometimes. In the winter, I'll put my jeans on over the top of my pyjamas if I'm intending to go back to bed. I mean, what's the point?
I've been to the shops in my slippers, and I've driven in my slippers.
I've not been out in my slippers, mostly because when I was a kid, my family used to refer to that as the Salford Shuffle.
Oh.
Because you'd see old ladies shuffling round Salford Precinct in their slippers. And we thought we were better than them. It turns out they were right.
Here's a cheery thought, Leon. Catherine, You know all the old people that you saw when you were a kid?
They were our age, weren't they?
No, what?
They were like our age now.
Oh, I was going to say they're all dead.
Oh, blimey.
Leon, tell us about this invention. I've missed you so much, Catherine. I've missed you so. It's so nice to have you back. Go on, mate. What have you got?
It's nothing to do with slippers. It was. Well, it's not really an invention. It's I guess a creative avenue. I thought it would be nice to make a soap, not necessarily one for television, just one for pleasure. And
I think they're supposed to be fun too.
You wouldn't know about watching them.
No.
Yes, Leon, continue.
Well, I don't know how you go about making a soap, so I thought I could just bump into people and they could be in my soap, and maybe I'd remember what they say, or maybe I'd video them saying stuff, and then they'd collect all the bits and stitch it together in a story of, I guess I would be the story editor, which is a bit. Well, I guess that's the inventor's role for like a creative.
I think you're confusing inventor with producer stroke director, but I like that. I like that.
It's all good. Here's how I would tackle this, and you'll probably do it better. I would go up to them and I'd say, what's the most dramatic thing that's happened to you this week? And get them to tell you the story.
Ah, okay.
How did you see it then?
Leon is obviously disgusted by that obviously ridiculous suggestion, but I'll let him tell you why it's so ridiculous. Leon.
I'm not going to rubbish that. I think dramatic things are good, but also reality is sometimes very, very mundane, which is beautiful. And I thought perhaps that could play an important role. But
what's the most boring thing that's happened to you this week?
No, but
call me now.
3, 4,
you already
4.
did.
No, stop it.
No, not you,
I've
Leon.
Not missed you,
I mean,
actually.
everyone else.
Everyone thinks of me as the bad guy, but I think everyone over the last 2 weeks thought I'm actually the nice guy, and you're the B1TCH.
Finally, I've been unmasked.
I think it's a great idea, Leon.
I do.
You just go out and do it.
Okay, thanks. Thanks to you both for the positivity and the dramatic suggestion.
Thank you, Leon. The positivity comes from me. She gave you.
I actually love you, Leon.
Bad vibes. 0344 499 1000. We've got Ian. We've got James Barry from Oxfordshire calling in.
Very specific.
And we've got Alan Caddick. Have we still got you, Cads?
I'm here.
Ooh, sounding grumpier by the minute. I like it. Let's see if let's poke this bee's nest. What do they call a bee's nest these days? A hive?
A hive, yeah.
A hive. No, that's rabbits. No, it's foxes. That's a hide. 0344 educational. 0344.
No, they have a set.
Of rules, yes, for when they go in the hide to make sure it stays tidy. 0344 499 1000. You should be watching this show on Periscope. I'm not saying it's periscope.tv/Iain Lee, but please don't tell all bosses. I think this show's coming to an end in March anyway. But anyway, that's by the by. This is Talk Radio.
The late night alternative with that man, Iain Lee. There's no strangers here, just friends you haven't stalked on Facebook yet.
Have never sent my picture to anyone who didn't request it.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Yes.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Catherine, can I introduce you to a good friend of the show, is Mr. James Berry from Oxfordshire. Good evening, Mr. Berry.
Hello, James.
Oh, no, hang on, let me try that again. I'm so sorry. I've been off since Thursday. Not including Thursday. Mm-hmm. Good evening, Mr. Berry.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, James.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
I can too.
Brilliant. I'm a bit nervous, really, because I don't really ring up these sort of things.
You should be nervous, because we have your family hostage, and if you mess this up, they're dead.
What a terrible thing to say.
Stinky daddy, please.
Yeah, you can't say that, because I know they're here, because I want me out.
Oh, there we go. All right. Go on, James. It's not a great line, so what can we do for you on this holiest of Mondays?
I just thought I'd help, really, because me and my missus, we listen to you every single night.
Thank you.
We both think you're brilliant. We think you're hilarious.
But
I know you take a lot of stick.
Take a lot of what?
Stick.
Okay,
yeah,
it's just dropped out. Just that you take a lot of stick. All right. It's been a while, but go on.
But I think you're brilliant. I think it's really funny. We love listening to you. You do make us laugh all the time, especially when we're trying to get to sleep. It's not very helpful.
And you know the best way for you to end this phone call is to go, and Ian's not bad either. Hey! Hey!
Oh, dear. No,
well, thank you, James. You sound far too sensible to be listening to this rubbish.
And he's gone.
James? James Berry?
Yeah, hello?
Your phone signal's worse than Nigel's from Maidstones.
I mean, that is...
Oh, it's dreadful, isn't it? Dreadful. My missus used to listen to LBC.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
To help her get to sleep, and she found it really boring because all they talk about was Brexit.
Yes.
So then she found this one, and then she started listening. She loved it. And she actually shares her birthday with yours, and she sent you a happy birthday message on Facebook, and because you liked it, it made her absolute day.
Hey, your wife sounds like a classy lady.
She is. She's brilliant. If you could say hello to her, she'll be listening. You'll put a smile on her face.
How do I know that this isn't some secret assassination code, and I say this and the French president gets killed?
No, it's fine. Her name's Penny.
Penny?
Penny, yeah, as in gold penny or...
Penny Berry.
Penny.
Or Penny Chew?
Penny Crayon.
Penny Blange? Do you used to have that penny? We did. That's not from my school. But do you ever used to do a penny scramble? Not with your missus, with a penny. Where do you ever used to do this, James? You sound about 43. Am I right?
You're bang on there.
Oh, yeah, your phone dropped out. Are you 43?
Yes.
Yes, man, I can do it. Kathy's amazed every time. Right, but you're of a similar vintage, a little bit younger, but what we would do in the 70s and 80s, if someone had like a penny or tuppence, which was money then, or a halfpenny, they would go right and do a penny scramble, and they'd go and stand in the playground on like a wall and go, scramble! And they would toss the coin as far as they could, and there'd be like 300 kids who would try and get this penny.
Yeah, we used to play that.
What did you call it, James?
I think it was called penny scramble, yeah.
What did you do, Kat?
No.
You never did a penny scramble?
The mean boys where I went to school used to glue them to the floor and laugh at whoever tried to pick it up.
Oh, we never did that. We weren't that clever. Penny scramble. And you do it with a halfpenny, right? This is how old I am. With a halfpenny. 200-300 kids would all fight for a halfpenny piece. Penny scramble! Incredible scenes. Penny, it's lovely. I would never do a scramble with you, Penny. I would not want to toss Penny in a playground. That would be
inappropriate.
That sounds worse than I meant it to, you mucky-minded pups. Hey, James, it's nice to talk to you, man. Thank you for listening to us, and all hail the death of LBC. Long may it continue. And thank you, Penny. 03444991000. We don't normally do shout-outs, but it's a bank holiday Monday. I'm up for doing it.
And it's Penny.
It's Penny. Famous pennies. Famous pennies in popular culture.
Penny Smith.
Penny Smith. Okay. All right. This is the phone in. Penny Smith. Wasn't there a kids show? Penny
Crayon.
Penny Crayon. What was her?
Can draw anything she wishes.
All right. No need to sing it, mate. You can just tell me.
It made the magic.
Penny and Me, the song by Hanson.
Mm-hmm.
Penny Whistle. I'm just writing Penny every time. Do that.
Penny Lane.
Penny Lane. Oh, this is a great one. 03444991000.
What about For Your Thoughts?
There we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. Penny, Spender. Spender Penny. This is great. This is the best thing I've ever done.
Is this still what I do for a living?
This is why we won't be here in March. We don't know that. I met people saying, well, he's only joking about March. I've just had a real vibe that we may not be here when...
Penny pot.
Penny pot? What's a penny pot?
It's where you put your pennies.
03444991000. Good evening, Iain.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm very, very, very well, Iain. What have you got for us?
Penny Dreadful for a start.
Oh, yeah.
Penny what?
Penny Dreadful.
Okay, yeah, Penny Dreadful. Yeah, love that. That's on the list. What a list.
No, it's trying. I've been listening to your show for the last 3 years. It's great. You and Kath it's just the best thing on radio.
Thank you, mate. But
every time.
Yeah. There was a freaky thing. Listened to you all week last week, and
you didn't notice Kath was gone. That's how good I am.
No, well, Kath was really good on her own. Actually.
Wasn't she brilliant? All joking aside, she was. I listened to quite a lot of it when I was in Rome. She was brilliant.
Seriously carrying you, man.
Totally, you know it.
Sorry, what did he say?
Nothing.
What did he say?
Nothing. He said that they really missed you.
Did he say that you're carrying me? I've just been nice about you and paid you an honest, open compliment, and this pervert that spells his name wrong, and he's only upset because last week Tina, his missus, phoned up and she was yay close to running away with me. Yay close. That's what this is about.
Of course it is.
Tina loves me, Tina needs me, Tina wants to please and tease me. Tina, my love, leave that loser who can't spell his name right.
Well, if that doesn't get nothing will.
I'm gonna treat you right tonight. I'm gonna sort you out so fine.
Sort you out? Flipping heck, mate.
Let's continue, Ian, please. Continue.
Well, actually closer than you think, because we saw you Sunday at Car Boot Sale.
I said hello to you.
Lots of people said hello to me at that car boot sale, Tina, because I'm a big star. Actually, only 3 people did say hello to me. So which one were you?
We were 2 of them.
Who were you?
I said, hi Ian, and you went, hi, how you doing?
Oh God, that was you! Right, I remember this exactly, because I said it in a really friendly way, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah, and then my boys went, because I was with my boys at a car boot sale, and they said, you prompted the best conversation, you two, thank you. So this woman says, hello Ian. I went, oh alright, nice to see you. And then we went on, and my youngest said, did you know them? And I said, no, I haven't got a clue, but I've got really bad memory, and I can't remember if I've met people or not. So I might have met them before, I don't know. So it's easier for me, instead of going, oh hello, who are you? I pretend, whenever anyone says hello to me, I pretend I've met them. Because it's easier. Just to go, oh hi, nice to see you.
Otherwise you have to say, new memory, who dis?
Yeah, exactly, right? So, me and my boys, I remember you, we were looking at a stall and then we walked past. How funny. What goodies did you get at that car boot?
Well, I bought some, I noticed you had some as well, but I bought some 1970s annuals.
Yeah, got some annuals. Bit pricey. We paid like £1 for each of those annuals.
Yeah, I think I paid something like that. I had an old Sparky one from 1974.
We got a stash of about 40 Beanos for £4.
Wow.
Enter the Dragon for £1. We got, yeah,
Sounds
exactly.
Like
we got, Scribblenauts, Xbox game for £10. And I got a load of old pornos for £5. I didn't, that was
no,
a
you
joke.
didn't have to pay for them, you found them in the bush.
Yay! But why did...
You don't find them anymore, do you?
No, because people go on phones.
Why didn't you say to me, I'm that pervert Ian, who spells his name wrong, and this is why didn't you introduce yourselves?
Because Ian told me not to talk to you because you were with your children, so we thought it'd be rude.
Oh, well, but hang on. You still spoke to me.
Defied him.
Hi. I said, can I come back to your farm? But I didn't.
I did. Here's the thing.
Yeah, that would have been a difficult conversation. I
got a real vibe from this mysterious woman who I now know is Tina, who's potentially going to leave her husband. Got a real vibe of lust and lust for life. Unspoken lust. And the bloke she was with, I got this real vibe of emptiness, patheticness, sadness, wasted life, tiny
jealousy,
penis, jealousy, all of those things.
You can really read people, can't you?
Yeah, it was good, that car boot, actually. I dragged the boys along and they went, we don't want to go. And then of course we bought loads of rubbish for them.
It was it was just freaky because we listen to the show every night. It's really, really funny. And then Tina said, I should, because you do that thing where you think, do you know what I should have said?
Yeah.
I mean, my first thought was, they're selling strawberries over there, which is kind of lame, but it was a good one.
Jesus, this guy wants a punch in the throat. Strawberry jokes.
If you'd have asked who she was, she would have said her name was Chardonnay.
Chardonnay. Oh, Chardonnay. For those who missed last week's show, Chardonnay called me up to harangue me for being rude to a caller.
Call you a C.
And then, when I wouldn't apologise, she said, "Oh, get lost, you C," and slammed the phone down on me. Chardonnay.
Sounds like she liked you.
I think she did. Oh, well, isn't that funny? Okay, well, that's so nice. You should, next time, listen, if people come and say hello when the kids are there, I don't mind it. It mortifies the boys. They find it so embarrassing, which means I'm doing a great job. As long as you don't bother, it's like 2 minutes and we're done. You always come and say hello to me and introduce you. If you're listeners to the show, always come and, actually forget those kids. They get on my nerves, so I'd rather hang out with you lot.
They need to see that you're the famous guy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's worn off a bit. They think I'm a nobody now. Well, it was very nice to meet you briefly.
If someone with a really empty life comes up to you, they're going to think you're kind of sad, so maybe I should avoid it.
Well, okay, I'm going to cut this guy off, but Tina, the offer is still open, as long as you are. I don't mean it like that.
What?
No.
Oh
Pete,
my God.
I need to check Pete's line, because Pete's line might not be working. Pete, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Yes, Pete's live!
It's over-modding.
Okay, he's calling us from a foreign country.
Well, how dare he?
He's in Edinburgh, so the lines might not be quite as good.
Yep.
Pete, you're live at the Edinburgh Festival, and I'm guessing it's the last day today, if it's not wound down already.
Yeah, it's the final day. Some shows stopped Saturday, some yesterday, and the final butch today.
Well, here's the thing. If they're not doing a show today, they ain't never going to make it in this business.
No.
Have you really seen about 60 shows?
No, I've seen 84 shows.
Bloody hell, this guy's the most cultured person we've ever had on the show.
What do you
He's
win?
one of our listeners.
What do you win for that level of sustained entertainment?
Sleep.
Okay.
How much? How are you rich?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
I took redundancy in July.
Oh, he's cashing that in. Oh, baby.
This has certainly cost me more than I expected it would, but never mind.
How long you been up there for?
A whole month.
Oh, you did the whole thing? Wow. Oh, well done, mate. Well done. I'm assuming you loved it.
Yeah, no, it's been really good, yeah.
How many times were you dragged in to a show by those kids performing on the street very earnestly?
Zero. This isn't my first rodeo, it's, yeah.
And, okay, favourites and least favourites, and, but let's not be too mean on the least favourite, so be a little bit vague. Maybe don't name them, but maybe just give us a little suggestion of what they were.
Well, my favourite was a mind reader guy called Ash Price.
Oh.
And it was a free show, but yeah, he was really good.
Wow.
It was a very kind of small scale thing, so there was obviously a process, he was obviously reading people rather than just sort of plucking stuff out of thin air.
He was a proper psychic, this guy.
Yeah.
He was actually using his special powers.
Yep, putting his fingers to his head going beep, beep, beep.
Wow.
Gosh.
And I feel like I can sort of name the show I enjoyed the least, because it was Titania McGrath's show.
Who's that? Titania McGrath?
It's some, Twitter account that supposedly parodies the woke. I went when it was cheap in the first couple of days, and it just wasn't a good show. I mean, it was just loose and vague, and even the things that could have been said in that show were not said. It was just a mess.
Sorry, I've got to ask you a question that's completely irrelevant. Can you think of any famous pennies?
Well, that's actually why I rang up.
Yes! He's had a month of highbrow. He needs his fix of lowbrow. He needs it.
That's it. Well, I don't know if you said it already, because I've been listening to a robot gargling.
Sorry.
But Penny from Lost?
Yeah, do you know what? We'll have that. I held her hand and walked along a beach, so yeah, we'll have Penny from Lost.
Also, can we admit Lady Penelope?
Of course we can't. She's not a penny.
You call her Penny, I dare you. She'll kick you in the nuts.
Exactly.
Fair point.
Pete, when are you coming home?
Tomorrow. I'm on the evening train tomorrow.
Hey, listen, here's the thing. If you're free on Saturday the 14th of September, this is what you win for seeing all those shows for free. If you're around, you win a free ticket to come and see the Rabbit Hole Picture Show in London.
I mean, I would hugely appreciate that.
Name is, if it goes ahead, because we haven't sold many tickets, but if it goes ahead, your name's on the door, buddy.
Oh, thanks, guys.
You've supported, listen, it's a big thing to go and support all these shows and stuff, and, well done you, Pete. Thank you very much indeed. The Rabbit Hole Picture Show, Saturday the 14th, thank you, Pete, and safe journeys back. Saturday 14th of September, we are showing My Cousin Vinny in London. It's not just the film, you get free sweets, you get song, we have a laugh, we do a little bit of shtick before and afterwards. There's a bar there, you can talk during the film, you can take part. Here's the thing, I'm going to put my cards on the table. The venue holds 65, we've sold 22 tickets. that ain't enough. If we don't sell significant amounts in the next 10 days, we're cancelling it, and that'll be the end of the picture. And that's fine. I'm not saying that and if you don't pay, then we won't play. It's fine. Maybe it's run its course. That's cool. We learn we learn more from our failures than we do from our successes.
I wouldn't even consider it a failure.
No, not at all. But we need to sell a hell of a lot more tickets in the next 10 days. Otherwise, it's just...
Only because we don't get the venue for free anymore.
No, we don't get the venue for free, and we lost money on Ireland and all of this kind of stuff. So, if you want to get tickets for it, iainlee.com/event, IAINLEE.com/event, and in 10 days we'll have a look at it and we'll make a decision. We'll make a decision about it. Alan, stay there. I will come to you in a minute. I promise. Let's go to Tracy first. Good evening, Tracy.
Hi, Ian.
Hey, Tracy.
Hiya.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Who are you? Who are you? She said.
How are you?
She said, who are you?
Honestly,
she's forgotten already.
She hasn't.
As has the populace.
It has been a while since I last phoned.
Yeah, but you never forget. You never forget a good one.
You never forget your first.
No, had a bit of a bad 15 months and I haven't been listening or
I'm sorry
been
to hear
able
that,
to phone
Tracy.
in, so I thought I'd give you a ring tonight because where I am now, I've got internet access.
Well, I was going to say, does this mean the fact that you're listening and calling, does this mean that things are starting on the upswing?
Don't know. Well, it was 15 months ago. I've got evicted from my property. Lost everything. Nothing I've got in my house. I've got now basically only a few clothes. Everything's gone in a skip by the council. My cat's in foster care and I've been in a hostel for 15 months.
Blimey.
2 weeks ago, the hostel I was in kicked me out because I refused to put the alarm on overnight. So I'm in that was a women's hostel, but now I'm in a mixed hostel.
Okay.
And it's horrible.
Oh, mate. What event was there? What happened is what I'm trying to ask. What happened then? How did you've given us kind of the rundown, but how did it get to that point that all of your stuff ended up in a skip?
I got into major rent arrears because of the bedroom tax. Went to court on the Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock.
Well.
And the judge says you're being evicted. You've got 15 minutes to get back to your property and get what you need.
Blimey.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't go back to the house. My son blamed me. My family have disowned me.
Why have they disowned you? Because you've been evicted? That seems...
They said I made my son homeless. And yet, bear in mind, half an hour after the eviction, he was sitting in his nan's house, drinking tea and toast.
Okay.
That first day, I just walked around the town until 3 o'clock in the morning.
Hang on a minute. How old is your son?
28.
Right, well, sod him. Why do I get the feeling there's something has been missing? Something's missing from this story, and I don't know what it is. Do you know what I mean, Tracy? Feels like there's
a lot to it.
There is. It feels like there's a lot of anger directed to you for what is not your fault, and I'm just wondering why. What we're missing from this story?
Can I ask a question?
Please do, Katarina boy.
Was your son not helping you out with the rent?
No. He was one of these who thought he earned the money, it was his money. I brought him up on my own.
Well, this is what confuses me, right? Because if other people in your family were saying, well, you made him homeless, from what you've told us, that's obviously nonsense.
He contributed to it as well.
Yeah, well, 28-year-old man should, at the very, very least, be paying part of his way. You know, if he's fallen on hard times, okay, fine. But if he's not paying his whole way, he should be paying part of his way.
When I lived with my parents, I paid him rent.
But
every time I asked him, it was, no, I'm going out, no, I've got this to buy, no, I've got that to buy. And I just let him get away with it, basically.
But everyone in your family is blaming you for making him homeless. That confuses me slightly.
I know. It confuses me. As I say, I went to the court and got evicted. I couldn't go back to the house. I was walking the streets till 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I realised I'd got where I work. I only work 3 hours a week. I'd got their office keys with me. So I went and sat under the desk in the office. And then managed to get in touch with a friend through Facebook and stayed at hers for 2 weeks until I went into the first hostel.
Hmm.
And I've been there. I was in that one 15 months.
And then there was the problem you wouldn't put the alarm on.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Where my room was, it was right by where the alarm box is and where the front door was to the building.
Right.
It was a women's refuge. So it was only women and children in there. And because I was nearest the alarm,
yeah,
they automatically assumed it was me who had to put it on. And I thought it was wrong. Because there was other people in that hostel who was more than capable to come
of course they were.
To the front.
May I ask you a question that many irregular listeners, which we do get on a bank holiday, will think I'm an a-hole for asking?
Ask away, Ian.
I'm going to ask away, Tracy, because I know that I can with you, because I like you.
Oh, thank you. Of course everybody does.
That's all right. And that, yeah. Do you find that you fall out with people quite easily? Oh, no, let me rephrase that. Do you find that people fall out with you quite easily?
No, not really.
So you've got the family that won't talk to you, the hostel that kicked you out. Those are the only two examples.
Yeah. My family have been funny with me since I was little, so it was to be expected.
Hey, listen, it sounds like a really horrendous story, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone, and I hope things get sorted out soon. I just can't help but feel there's something that I've missed in this story. That's all.
I don't know. I've told you everything.
Yeah. Okay.
But as I say, I'm in a mixed hostel now.
And how are you finding that?
Horrible.
So what's the next step?
I'm on Housing Association's list.
Yeah.
Somebody found me Friday to go onto a short list about a possible viewing, but with it being bank holiday and that, nobody's found me back.
Of course not, bank holiday. Bank
might be tomorrow, so I might have a viewing.
Okay.
But even then, I don't get my hopes up because it's called a group viewing.
Oh.
So I could go and view a property with 5 other people.
Yeah.
I could say, yes, I'm interested. Those other 5 could say, yes, we're interested.
Yeah.
And it's those with the highest priority who get off the property.
And that makes sense. You'd understand that makes sense, although it might seem unfair and it must be incredibly frustrating, and I haven't been in that situation. But that makes sense, the highest priority. So if it's like comes between you and a bloke with a little baby, then goes to the bloke with the little baby.
Yeah, I can understand that, yeah. But as I say, so I've just had to, I'm outside the hostel, and I know I've been going around the corner, so I've had to move. As I say, I'm in a mixed hostel now. There's only one other woman in here who she's on everything.
Do you get on with her?
No, she's a mess. She's on everything.
Okay.
You name it, she'll take it.
Do you get on with anyone in the? Do you get on with anyone in the hostel?
Only the staff. They're all kids who I'm old enough to be the mother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're all 28 and younger. I'm old enough to be the parent.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, they're respectful to me, they say hello and, don't bother me, but it's tough.
Tracy, I really appreciate you sharing what you've shared with us, and all I can do is wish you the very best of luck, and maybe you could let us know how that viewing goes.
What's made it worse, I'm having to share the bathroom, the shower room.
Yeah.
And today, I've had a note pushed under the door off one of the resident men saying, can you please not use scented, bath lotions or anything like that, because we don't want the place smelling girly and it can turn some of the men on and you're asking for trouble.
Oh, so you've been threatened with rape for having a wash? Gosh. Wow, what a world we live in.
The alternative to you not obviously washing with scenty things is for them not to be perverts.
Yeah, no, that's on them. That's not your.
I think some of the people in here need to know how to use scented products themselves.
Okay, all right. Well, Tracy, I wish you the very best of luck, and maybe give us a call and let us know how things go.
Yeah, I will do, don't worry.
Nice one, Tracy. Thank you very much indeed. 0344 499 1000. Alan, I promise you're next. Thank you for waiting. This is the late night alternative with Iain Lee. Yeah, she's back. Catherine Boyle.
Boom.
Weeknights from 10 on Talk Radio.
A star-crossed soapbox for sailor boys, stable girls,
I'm on the edge.
and stripper grands.
It depends who you're with and it depends on the situation.
Late night speech radio with a difference.
Thank you.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
what the hell? You can watch the show, periscope.tv/Iain Lee. The worst that happens is we get told to stop doing it again. We're not making a big hoo-ha about it, but if you go to periscope.tv/Iain Lee, as long as there's no trouble, then we're going to keep doing it until we get told not to keep doing it. 0344 499 1000. I like the bank holiday shows. It's nice. Me and Kath haven't done a show together for a couple of weeks, and it's nice to have a bank holiday show to get our mojo back. I missed you so much. I had so much fun doing the show on my own. The first hour.
It's so different though, isn't it?
Isn't it? And I used to do it all the time. You've done it, of course, a long time ago. No, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but, you know, I haven't done it for a couple of years. You've done it a few more years before that. And the first hour of the first show was really clunky. And then after that, it was a joy. It's much harder work, you know, comparatively harder. It's not like building a wall or fixing cars or, you know, but mentally it's more exhausting because if I have a brain freeze now, I can do a panicked look to Catherine or
and I'll pick it up like
yeah,
this.
my line is when I have a brain freeze, and now I'm going to tell you it, you'll spot it quite a lot. I go, Kath, what have you got?
Yeah.
And that means I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. Kath, what have you got? And you'll have something.
Yeah.
And vice versa. You tend not to do it quite as often to me the other way because you're better. But vice versa. But we didn't have that option. I didn't have that option last week.
It's the strangest thing, isn't it? Because a lot of the time, you know, we know that if you make me laugh or I make you laugh, we're on to a winner, right? But sitting and talking to... Because you're not talking to yourself, you are talking to the listener. But there's nothing in between.
Yeah. And we had Hayley producing us, who is absolutely brilliant, but we both made a conscious decision, independently it turned out, we discovered later, not to involve her in the on-air stuff. No disrespect to Hayley, I think she's brilliant. I heard the first couple of minutes of Howard's show on Friday and Hayley was on it, and she's great. But I don't know why you did it, Kath, but for me it was like, do you know what, I need to do this as a personal challenge.
I felt like it would be wimping out.
Yeah, isn't that funny? And the joy is that both our shows were completely different. Mine turned into kind of annoying, psychedelic, everything looping and feedbacking nonsense and, you know, playing ambient music with people phoning up and me just going, who dis? Who dis?
That
Did
was
you hear
hilarious.
that bit?
I found that really funny.
Dis? And Kath was... it
was a bit of a loving.
It was more loving, it was more open and warm-hearted and caring and gentle, but still with quite an abrasive edge.
Do you know my favourite part was finding out more about Chris?
Yeah, we're going to come to Chris in a minute. He's up there, but Alan's going to be next. But yeah, you got a lot more out of the callers than I have done for a while. I don't think it's too much blowing my own trumpet, but I would say you're Paul McCartney and I'm John Lennon.
All right.
There we go. And my show...
Does that mean I invented like radio?
My show... your show was Wings and Band on the Run. And Pipes of Peace. My show was Mind Games and Sometime in New York City. And when we get together, it's flipping Revolver and Abbey Road. All right?
Fab!
He's been waiting for ages. Good evening, Alan.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Kath.
Hello.
Mark.
And say hello to Ian.
I said hi, boss.
Yeah, we go.
Exactly.
Oi. What you got, Al? Thanks for waiting, mate.
You know, last week we were reading that book about Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And we...
I didn't told Kath about that yet.
Last week we were talking about a book I was reading about Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, one of two. You saw the boys today were talking about Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Yeah, what's it they call it?
They call it Crosby, Stills, a Naughty Young Man, Naughty Young Boy. And I've got them turned on to it now. They love, that's what I was going to play. This is what we're going to play at 11. They love Marrakesh Express, which I never really liked. But actually, it's a great song. It's a great song to sing along to. So they were singing that. Oh,
you were going to play Get the Halls.
Get this, right?
Yeah.
My youngest, he's 7, right?
Yeah.
And the other day, he's singing a song, right?
Yeah.
And I was blown away. He's in the kitchen, and he's singing a song, right? And ladies and gentlemen, this is this. I'm going to play you a little bit of the song. My boy was singing it, and I was blown away. And I stood there and I thought, wow, I'm doing something right. He was singing this. 7 years old in the kitchen, sang this bit.
No one knows what it's like.
Really?
Yeah, 7.
To be the bad man, to be the sad man.
Sang all this, right?
Behind blue eyes.
My 7-year-old, while I'm putting stuff in the dishwasher. Here we go.
No one knows what it's like to be hated, to be faded. to telling only lies.
And I said, whoa, I'm doing my job right. Where did you hear that song? He went, Angry Birds. Now, I thought, I've not played The Who to them that much, have I? And he was singing it perfectly. Where'd you hear that? Angry Birds. Ah, man. But hey, listen, wherever they hear the song, they get the song. And I was blown. It was so beautiful coming from a 7-year-old. Yes, Alan seems to think, now this is a song by the Bare Naked Ladies. And he seems to think this sounds like a Christmas song. What was it?
Deck the Horse.
Deck the Horse. Okay.
I'm sure we've had this conversation before.
So listen to this, right? This.
Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. 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 Crosby.
Now, Alan, what Christmas song do you think that sounds like?
Deck the Horse.
Can you sing it along? Because I don't know that one. Can you sing it along with it?
That to me sounded more like Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Yeah, by Bare Naked Ladies. Well, try and sing it, Alan.
Right, play the tune.
Here we go. Here it comes.
Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Tis the season to be jolly, ba la 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 la.
It doesn't.
Oh, me go, day, my go, ba la 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 la. Bless the festive Yuletide carol, ba la 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 la.
What was the bit? We've got literally 20 seconds. What was the bit in the middle?
Oh, me God, me carol.
Oh, me gummers, me carol?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks very much indeed. I've never heard of such a song. We got Chris, then we got Danny. We could have you, dear listener. It's the late night alternative. The A-Team is back. It's a bank holiday Monday. Well, it's been busy on the phones. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The late night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Looking at the world through the sunset in your eyes. Traveling the train through clear Moroccan skies. Ducks and pigs and chickens call. Animal carpet wall to wall. American ladies 5 foot tall and blue. Sweeping cobwebs from the edges of my mind. Had to get away to see what we could find. Hope the days that lie ahead bring us back to where they've led. Listen not to what's been said to you. Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? They're taking me to Marrakesh, all on board the train, all on board the train. I've been saving all my money just to take you there. I smell the garden in your hair. Take the train to Casablanca going south. Blowing smoke rings from the corners of my mouth. Helicopters hang in the air. Charming cobras in the square. Striped leathers we can wear at home. Well, let me hear you now. Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? They're taking me to Marrakesh. Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? They're taking me to Marrakesh. All on board the train. All on board the train. All on board.
It's a song I used to hate, man, but now I love it. 0344 499 1000. Chris!
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Chris.
I think my phone went a bit dodgy earlier.
Okay.
I felt as if I was speaking to somebody on Venus or Mars.
Oh, it's a great album. Well, you're speaking to someone on Earth now, Chris. What would you like to say?
Well, I'd like to say, when you were saying about penny things.
Famous pennies. So far, let me go through them. We've got Penny Smith, Penny Crayon, Penny and Me, Penny Whistle, Penny Lane, Penny for Your Thoughts, Spend a Penny, Penny Pop, Penny Dreadful, Penny from Lost.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Penny from, it was a comedy show back in the 80s, Just Good Friends. And I've forgotten his name.
Penny! Penny from, there you go, we'll have that. Penny from Just Good Friends, we'll have that. Yeah, of course.
Well, I hope you bloody do.
Alright, mate, where's the aggression come from? I'm writing it down now.
I'm not being aggressive.
You said I hope you bloody do, that's aggressive.
That was one of my favourite shows.
She was, what was her name? Jan,
not Jan Lehman.
Not Jan Lehman, not Jan Harvey.
Oh, gosh.
Jan, she was the most beautiful woman on British television. Jan.
I tell you, I've forgotten her name now. Jan.
Francis. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah. Periscope. Jan Francis.
Yeah. And the guy what's his name? Paul Nicholas?
Paul Nicholas, yeah. He's bald now. He's bald.
Oh, see, I watched him in a show, in a play in the Royal Bath Theatre.
Wow.
Last year.
Golly.
I did.
Yeah.
I just thought
have you seen that at last John Travolta has taken his wig off and embraced being bald? And here's the thing, he looks amazing. He looks amazing.
Hello, Catherine.
Hello.
I haven't said, because Iain picked on me last week when he was
never.
on.
No, I didn't.
He did.
No,
yes,
I didn't.
He did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
No, in a nice way. In a nice way.
Right.
Not
Oh,
a bad
sorry,
way.
I picked on you in a nice way. Maybe you could explain that, because I didn't pick on you.
Did he?
No.
Did he have a joke with you?
In a nice way. Gosh.
I'm just confused at how someone could pick on someone in a nice way.
Well, I do.
By the way, we got Penny from Just Good Friends from this guy.
Oh, yeah.
And Penny Choose.
Beautiful.
Oh, see, you got me thinking about...
What would you say?
You got Chris thinking about Jan Francis.
She's beautiful.
I am.
I love Jan Francis.
Jan.
Oh, God.
You know when they say, if you could go back in time anywhere, where and when would you go? I'd go back to 1982 and I'd go and meet Jan Francis and we'd fall in love.
I tell you what, I like quizzes.
Quizzes?
Yes.
Okay, I'll put that on the list of things Chris likes. So far I've got quizzes.
Oh, behave yourself. Stop.
There's the aggression.
Right. And I turned the TV on, and I can't see the TV anymore, but I spotted her. I knew her voice.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know who it was?
I haven't got a clue, mate. I'm not psychic or interested.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Come on. Oi.
Stop being...
Oi.
So...
Oi, you.
Heather Small.
What have you done today to make you feel proud?
Come on.
Never too late to say.
We both went for it.
And the same song and all.
I used to love it as a small. And people...
That album, Elegant Bumming. Everybody...
It wasn't called...
What was it? What was it?
It wasn't called that.
Okay.
No, it wasn't.
Elegant
called
Slumming.
That.
Elegant Slumming. Okay. All right. I just got confused. It was 25 years ago. Hey, it's 20 years ago. It's 20 years today, since Christina Aguilera released her first album.
Oh.
20 years ago.
That song was wrong, actually, wasn't it?
Genie in a Bottle.
Gotta rub me the right way.
Yeah.
She was a teenager.
Well.
Shouldn't be.
She was like the,
Dirty Britney.
Well, she was Dirty Britney. Who's she's the Miley Cyrus of her day.
Yeah.
And then she kind of did, because I liked her. She did Beautiful is a great song. Yeah. It's a great song.
How can you compare her to Heather Small?
Powerful set of lungs.
I didn't compare them. I didn't. Well, that's why I did. Well, you can, because they're singers, but I didn't.
Well, of course they bleed the singers.
Yeah, well, of course they are. What's that language? But first of all, you could compare them.
I said bleeding, I didn't swear.
First of all,
My mum would say that was swearing.
Will everyone stop? Time out, pause.
Everyone.
Time out.
Cool out.
That includes you, Catherine.
Right.
I'm always cool.
I've got used to running a tight ship, and since you've come on, this ship has been loose and wet.
Oh dear.
Now, I could compare the two of them very easily. Push comes to shove, I will.
You can
don't push
anything.
me or shove me, because I will. Yes, I can.
You can compare anything that's not the same thing.
Yeah, I could compare them, but I didn't compare them.
No, I'm going to speak over you.
You can't.
Don't.
Elegant Slumming from the 90s.
Yes.
The album.
Yeah.
How the hell can you compare?
Would you like us to?
I could.
Well, perhaps I'm getting a bit too old because I
don't think you know what the word compare means.
No. The stuff I used to like in the 90s.
Crack cocaine and sex workers.
Gosh.
No.
It was just a guess. Was one of them right?
No. Neither of them were. You cheeky.
Steady.
He is though.
Steady.
He is though.
Right, just because you've done that, don't assume everybody else.
You've done that.
No, I bloody have not.
All right. Just wondered why you gone blind.
Oh, come on, guys.
Oh, I see.
Guys.
Aye.
Guys. Remember, we're on the same side here. Leave it, Chris. It's not worth it.
I know it's not. But
I love the fact that you two have become boyfriend and girlfriend since I've been away.
Love Chris.
I went over to the shop earlier and
she gave you some Johnnies again.
Did they harass you again?
No, I like, and she said, right.
God.
She said,
I do get
horny.
Will you stop assuming
you can't deny that. You can't deny that. Unless you're a castrato or a eunuch, you're getting horny. Right now. At the sound of my voice.
Oh my.
As is all of Britain. Fern.
I'm not going to bite you. I'm not.
Bite me. Come on, bite me. Bite it.
The only thing I said, right, they took my, and they said it was...
Breath away! Please hurry up, because I want to talk to someone
Words right out of my mouth!
I know, I'm still debating whether to come down to Bath.
Do it. Your name is on the door.
Your name's on the door, Chris. We're playing at the Chris Theatre. Please hurry up with this story, because we've got a caller called M Prince, and I want to go to M Prince.
Wow. Is he related to M people? Just more royal.
Wow, jokes about people's names. Boyle.
I'll have.
Let's put that in the bag, shall we, Boyle?
No.
On the bum.
No. I'll have Heather Small with me. She'll be with me.
Okay, that's great. Well, she's got to buy a ticket, because I ain't giving her a freebie. She's rich. Good evening, M Prince.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. I apologise for my former friend and current colleagues making a joke about a name. We don't do that. We're better than that. What can we do for you, M Prince?
Sorry?
What can we do for you?
Yeah, I'm just calling in for the program, you know. I just had lost my mind today, you know.
You lost your mind?
I didn't lose my mind. Come on.
What did you say?
What did you say?
I said
you lost
I
your
just
mind.
have a lot of things in my mind.
Aye, well, come and do a mind dump.
You've come to the right place.
Dun 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 dun.
Get it out.
You know that to dump the mind down.
Dump your mind on my lap. Let me sift through and chuck away what you don't need. I'll hand you back the couple of bits that you do.
Yeah.
Why have you got so much in your mind, then, Prince? What's going on?
Yeah, I went on a date today.
Yeah.
You know, I've been chasing this lady for a while.
Well, chasing.
Like, you know, trying to I like her very well.
Yeah.
But
please tell me her name is M Princess.
After like first, second, third date, she told me, you know what? I'm not gonna date you.
Oh.
We better be a great friend. So you're a very good person, but I can't date you.
Friend zoned.
On my date.
So
it really shut me down.
I bet it has. It's a knock to the confidence.
You could see it as that.
There we go.
Or you could see it this
is why
way.
I like Catherine. She's great at turning stuff around and
bullshitting. You could see it this way, right? She is not your person. And better for her to tell you that and not waste your time than to carry it on, right? And your person is out there waiting for you to find her.
I think Catherine's,
What I'm saying is,
hopefully,
what are you doing at 1?
Kath's right. Of course it's disappointing, and if you really did like this person, then it must be upsetting. Well, of course it's upsetting. I've been through it. We've all been through it. But, good for her. It can be difficult sometimes to say to someone who's obviously keen on us, I'm not as keen as you are, actually, and I'd like to take a step back. That's a tough thing. So well done, this person, for saying that. And also, Kath's right, saying it early, so that it gives you the chance to not get too attached and to look elsewhere.
Yeah, it's good. No, the way she says, I'm beginning to have a strong feeling for her, and she doesn't want that,
Okay, and you have to respect that, of course, don't you? You have to accept that and respect that. You don't want her to feel in any way uncomfortable or pressured or anything, because that wouldn't be nice, would it?
Yeah, it's normal to feel like that, but to me sometimes disappointed, but it's normal, we have to respect everybody's choice and stuff.
Where did you, without giving away too much about her, because I don't want to know about her, but where did you meet her from?
No, it's just, we met at work.
Okay, alright, okay.
Yeah, we are colleagues, so we've been knowing each other for a while.
Okay.
But,
it's tough, isn't it? Life is,
she actually shared her secret with me, which is good.
Yeah.
She never hide anything,
Well, that's good as well, that you can still, because imagine dating someone at work and then it being awkward afterwards. It sounds like she's a really intelligent woman. I can see why you're so into her, but what a great person to be able to say, look, and Prince, I like you, but, let's just stay friends and we'll be cool at work and all of that. That's pretty amazing for her to be able to do that. And it shows that you're a cool guy as well, that of course you're disappointed, but you're taking on board everything that she's saying and respecting that.
Also, all the things you like about her haven't changed. It's just, you're just going to have to adapt the way you approach things with her. So that's the great thing, that you get to keep her in your life in some way, while you find this other person who is going to be everything you've wished for and more, right?
Yeah, I'm not that keen too much, about, going in. If she doesn't want, she doesn't. So,
yeah.
Have
you ever been on,
if she wants, she can stay down now just to test sometimes, change her mind, you know what I mean?
I do know.
So, it's all about, she might not have known me too much. She's not denying me taking her out, to be honest. When we went our first time, I paid. Today she paid. So
you quit?
You know what I mean?
You quit.
So,
no one loses. You had 2 good meals, not 2 good evenings. No one loses. Have you considered using these dating apps that I hear are very popular at the moment?
Okay, which one is that?
The Grindr? Would that be?
No.
Well, I don't
know what you're after.
I've never used one. You want romance? You want romance and love, right?
Anyone.
Prince!
Right, Tinder.
Yeah, Prince, you want a little bit of bunky, yeah?
Everybody on that,
Everybody's got needs. Go on Tinder, and Prince.
Go on Tinder then. If it's about, let me just say, a fast liaison, then Tinder's your place.
If you want to put your pee-pee somewhere, then go on Tinder.
Okay, maybe I might try Tinder then.
Good lad, mate. Let us know how it goes. And Prince, I wish you the best of luck. Thank you very much, and thank you for speaking so openly and honestly about that. I enjoyed that. Great.
It's crappy when you get rejected, but actually, you've got to look at it like you're a step closer to the right thing.
Oh, God, what a ridiculous thing to say. What? I was about to go to Mary. Mary's gone. Whatever.
Rejected.
These people have got no patience anymore. 0344 499 1000. Sorry, Windy Pops. This is Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Let's go to Mary.
I love that introduction.
You love a what?
That introduction.
I love your introduction.
Mary, Mary, where you going to? Someone has suggested penny farthing. which we didn't have.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What was the stamp called? A penny black?
Penny black.
Penny black. Okay, all right. We got it. You got any famous pennies, Mary?
Yes, but I can't tell you over the radio. My auntie used to call my personal parts a penny. Oh. Your penny.
So we can put down
Well, that's cheaper than a tuppence. It's normally a tuppence, isn't it?
Oh, let's call it Mary's penny.
Oh.
Mary's penny, and we'll put in brackets her vagina.
Oh, now.
There we go. That's,
beautiful.
Have you seen it?
I bet it was shiny and new.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Thank you, Kaz. Thank you, Kaz.
Someone has suggested pennies from heaven, but that's pennies. It's not a penny. It's got to be a penny. It's got to be a penny.
Oh, you obviously, it's my favourite show. Right, give me a moment.
We'll give you a moment. Of course we'll. Got all the time in the world.
It's got to be a penny.
It's got to be a penny.
Pennies from heaven? Has that already come?
Kath, could you...
Well...
There's a spillage in aisle 9.
Well, Mary, that's the plural, and we're just going for singular at this point. It's got to be a penny.
A penny, okay. No, I give up.
Oh,
sorry.
Quite right. It's nonsense.
Penny, did you see the...
You just called her Penny. Just referring to her by the name for her food.
I was talking to your Fanny. Mary, did you see... you're a big rock fan, yeah?
Yes.
Did you see the footage of Rick Astley and the Foo Fighters?
That was great, wasn't it?
I didn't. Was it on TV?
It was on, I don't know, it was online. The Rick Astley, here's the thing, because I knew that a few days ago there was like a tiny gig in like a pub or something, and it was Rick Astley on drums, and the guy from the Foo Fighters, Chris Novoselic, Dave Grohl, sorry. Dave Grohl on guitar, and they did a gig together. But then, like, the Foo Fighters played at one of their big stadiums, I don't know where, maybe probably Milton Keynes, I think, actually. And so the Foo Fighters are playing, and they bring out Rick Astley...
in a Hawaiian shirt.
...to sing Never Gonna Give You Up. And it was brilliant!
Well,
what fun!
No, I missed it. It must have been amazing.
Oh, two worlds collide.
I've got a little thing for Dave Grohl.
Oh.
What little thing you got, Penny? It writes itself! It writes itself. It was at Reading, apparently, I've been told. It was at Reading.
I want to say, while we're talking about gigs, I rang up to get a ticket. I rang up the Caroline of Brunswick.
Oh, yeah, no, we talked about this. Yes, you're the lady that's going to have sex with me in the woods.
That's me.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Okay. People have just tuned in for the first time.
Don't tell everybody.
What did you say? She's going to take me. Yeah. Okay.
That's after the show. That's not during.
That is the show.
Of course.
Okay. And so, what happened when you phoned up to book a ticket?
I'm telling you this. I hope they don't listen to the radio.
They don't.
But the person I spoke to
scumbag
knew nothing about anything.
What the hell?
Now we have to be fair to her. She may have been
high on drugs.
No, I think maybe she was so vague. Maybe it was her first night.
Okay, that's very generous. I think she was high on drugs or drunk on booze.
Yeah,
I do actually.
It was early evening, and she said, "I'm so sorry. You'll have to come in and read the poster."
Could she not read it for you while she was there?
But read what about the poster?
What?
I can read the poster.
I couldn't buy the ticket. So I'm telling you, because that really isn't good.
That's not good. That's not good. That's not good, and that's not good enough.
No. So I'm being I'm being a grass.
Why? Remind me why you can't buy it online, you lazy cow. Sorry, that was
uncalled for.
That was uncalled for.
Because we've already had this conversation, and I said I'd rather spend my time having sex in the woods than going online.
Okay. Well, sometimes you've just got... Can you not, while he's doing whatever he's doing, could you not just get your phone out and go to the website?
I can't use it. I can't use the website.
Okay. Well,
So, I mean, forgive me, I'm 66 and lazy.
Well, okay.
But I'm going down to get the ticket.
Oh, well, then what are you moaning for?
She's just grassing.
Well, I want to moan. I want to moan. No, I'm doing it because I think you should know.
Thank you.
That they're not selling the tickets well.
Well, we're gonna kick some ass on it down there, Mary.
I think you should, and I will before you kick off. I will go down there and see if I get a better response.
You do that,
Mary. I mean, I have been
shameful.
You know, I was a professional singer. I've also had my own business, and that's not the way to gain business.
No, it's not. Well, I'll tell you what we do. To make it up to you, we're going to get you up to sing a song on in November. I think it's November the 9th when we play in Brighton.
Don't you dare.
Of course
I won't buy a ticket. I'm too shy now. I haven't sung for so long.
Come on. Why have you not sung? When was the last time you sung?
Oh, God, it was years ago. I've done a lot of voluntary singing, but I wouldn't sing. I can't sing. I've lost my confidence.
How about if you did a duet with Catherine?
I would do it for a laugh.
Yeah, but that's all it is.
That's all it is.
That's for a laugh. That's awful.
Well, I'm not.
Kath is awful. But I tell her that she's great at singing every time, and it's like a little in joke that me and the audience have. No, Kath is a good singer. She does a mighty fine share. I mean, she doesn't share the stage much, but she shares the song. Gypsies, Tramps and Thieves.
That's the one, but the other day I sang Just Like Jesse James. I can do them all.
Why don't you do a share song with Kath?
I will.
All right.
Tell me the name of the song, and I would love to do that. But I don't want you to give me the name of the song tonight, because I'll ring back before the 9th.
Here we go. Let's do If I Could Turn Back Time.
If I could turn back time.
I'll bring the cannon. We'll straddle it.
Yeah.
And before you know it, we'll be belting it out.
Okay.
The song, not the cannon.
Okay. The other thing I should think you should know, I'm being really overprotective towards you two guys.
Yeah.
But when you bring talk radio, the first thing that's said to you is that your calls will be charged at the normal rate.
Yeah.
Now, I'm an old age pensioner, and if I heard that message, I would put the phone down.
But we phone you back.
The truth is, yes, I know, but they should take that message off.
Well, they can't legally, I think.
It has to be on there, but what's the problem with that?
Well, I'm trying to explain, because if I believed that, I would just put the phone down.
Well, that's the truth. But it's free for most people as part of their package. I get something like 800 free minutes a month on GiftGaff, and that phone call is just like a normal phone call, so it doesn't cost me money, it just comes off my minutes.
I don't understand. If they call me back, how am I paying?
Yeah. But most of the shows that on this station don't call you back, so they have to tell you legally that it could cost you that.
Mary, thank you very much indeed. Danny and Alistair, stay there. The sweet but psycho woman.
Yes.
What's her name?
I don't know, but I made a discovery about that song.
Yeah.
It's not She's Poisoned the Daisies, which I thought was a psychotic thing to do.
Yeah.
It's Poison but Tasty.
Yeah, I knew that. I
thought she poisoned the daisies. I was thinking, why would you do that?
Well,
I mean, they're a weed, really. You don't need to...
Miles Bradshaw, who looks like he knows good music, on Twitter has said that she's got a new song out and it's even catchier.
How could that be?
Well, should we have a listen? I'm hoping there's no swears in it, but let's see. This is... Okay, let's see. She's hot but a psycho, a little bit psycho.
At night she's singing on my mind.
That's rubbish. 0344499.
Unmissable late night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation.
Make contact with Iain Lee.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Famous pennies. We're not having Penny from Big Bang Theory because I don't know what that is, but we will take Penny Lancaster. Yeah?
Yeah.
Very happy with that, Catherine?
Absolutely.
Okay.
One of my favourite pennies.
Let's go to Danny.
Hello.
Hello, Danny.
Hello, Iain. How are you, mate?
I'm fine. Why do you sound like a robot?
I don't know. I don't normally sound like it on a day-to-day basis. It must be as a effect of this telephonic communication.
I took my boys. I really want... Right, so... my boys, I love my boys. I had them this weekend and last weekend. And last weekend I really wanted to take them to see the new Fast and Furious film, right? Because I wanted some mindless rubbish. They didn't fancy going. Friday night, I really wanted to watch Terminator with them. We ended up watching Baby's Day Out, which is a great film. It's a great film.
But I don't think it's canon.
It's Baby's Day Out. Last film John Hughes wrote and directed. It's brilliant, right? But it's not Terminator. But then I persuaded the boys on Sunday to come and see Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. Right. Now, I have never seen a Fast and Furious movie before. I think this is the 8th one in the series. Never seen one. And I've never seen a Nicholas Boye movie. Now, Nicholas Boye is what he's called in our house. Oh God, I can't remember what his real name is.
Jason Statham.
I've never seen I don't know why we call him Nicholas Boye, but we do. I've never seen a Jason Statham film. I didn't think I liked them, but I like The Rock. Right?
Everyone likes The Rock.
And I took my boys, a 12A, and I took a 7 and a 9-year-old.
Does that add up to 12?
That film should be a 15.
Really?
That film should be a 15.
Strong sexual swear words.
There's a bit where they face off to each other. I don't effing like you. Yeah, well, I don't effing like you either. So Statham talks out the side of his mouth like that. I don't effing like you either. There's a lot of that. It got a little bit spicy at some points. But, Danny, I've seen The Future. What a movie. What a movie. It was great. It was funny. Statham is incredible. I was always quite snobbish and thought, but man alive, I'm getting Crank and Transformer out, and I'm going to watch all of the Fast and Furious movies.
Surely not Crank. That's a dreadful movie.
Shut up, mate. My good friend Will Guyatt told me that Crank is a masterpiece.
It's dreadful.
Is that the one where he's got he has to kickstart his heart with a car battery?
In his heart, yeah. It's got to keep it going over the rate so many, beats per minute, or he'll die or something.
Awesome. It sounds awesome.
If it was done properly, it could be great, but...
You're such a snob. You are a snob, Daniel, my son.
Do you know what? That's one thing I am not, but it is a dreadful movie.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to watch it, and if it's wrong, I'm going to hunt you down, and I'm going to kill you.
Well, take my number off, fella, and
okay, I'll take your number off of Danny,
but pennies, unfortunately, I was going to say Lancaster, which is a bit unfortunate.
I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what, Danny, because I like you.
I'll tell you what I do have for you, though, what I can tell you, is that wasps live in nests, and foxes live in dens, and it's badgers that live in sets.
Well, who lives in a hide? Who lives in a hide like this?
Hunters sit in hides.
Oh.
Yeah, they do.
How come you know so much about killing, Danny?
Well, it's a hobby.
Wow.
No, it's just I know that hunters sit in hides. I've probably seen it on telly, I expect.
So do bird watchers.
Somewhere else in life. Yeah, bird watchers, and anyone generally doesn't want to be seen.
Yeah, he likes peeping at things.
All right. Hey, nice one, Danny.
Anyone
Thank you, mate.
You're more than welcome.
I appreciate the call. Thank you, Danny. What a nice guy. I liked him. I liked him.
You reminded me of Bill.
Yeah. What do you make of Jason Statham? Because the boys watched the Meg on holiday. I didn't see it.
Well, I've only ever seen Lock, Stock with him in it. He was in that, wasn't he?
I'm not seeing Lock, Stock.
That was where that lot kind of rose to prominence. Right. All right, yeah.
I thought it was amazing. And the interplay between him and The Rock. Now, apparently, they have it written in their contracts how badly they can get beaten up.
Oh, yeah, The Rock can never lose a fight, and he can only get punched a certain number of times.
Yeah. And how many times they get punched and how many injuries they sustain.
Yeah.
The Rock gets paid to tweet about the movies that he has been in.
Uh-huh.
He gets paid $1 million just to tweet about the movie. I'm tweeting about this bloody show 5, 6, 7 times a day. I don't get a penny.
No.
He gets $1 million to tweet about a movie he's been in.
I can smell what The Rock is cooking.
No.
Quids.
The Rock's brilliant, isn't he?
Yeah.
I've not seen one, and when we're there, they're showing the trailer for the new Jumanji. I've not seen one bad film that The Rock has been in. He's impenetrable.
He is, careful. He is from the same charisma stock as Goldblum. I can't think that Anything The Rock does could be bad.
That bit of Goldblum on the carpet at some Comic-Con thing, and he's being asked about Sony and Disney falling out, so it means that Spider-Man is not part of the Marvel universe anymore. And obviously he can't talk about it. Have you seen that clip?
I have, and I also saw a nice little clip of the bit
Well,
where
it's
it goes,
over,
what?
it's over.
No! I had no idea about this. I am crestfallen. Someone clipped that bit and said, what happens when my elderly millionaire husband is tragically murdered?
I've got the clip of this. So Jeff Goldblum's on a red carpet, and of course he can't talk about it because he's contracted and he's in there. And someone says, what do you think about Disney and Sony not reaching an agreement on Spider-Man, meaning Spider-Man will no longer be part of the Marvel universe? And listen to this reply, it's just marvellous. Perfect.
I just love him.
He's the best. Can you believe we had him on this show?
Yeah.
He did this.
Hello, this is Jeff Goldblum, and I have the good fortune to appear, if that's what you call it. It's radio, of course, but it's Late Night Alternative with Iain and Kath. The great Iain and Kath.
Wow.
I know. And he ate my biscuit. We get that? He nibbled my biscuit, do you remember?
And do you remember we ran out? In the last couple of minutes of the interview, I realised I'd run out of battery on the thing I was recording it on, and we still carried on even though it wasn't recording.
Oh, we were just basking in the light. But he was one of these people who is so charming that you don't realise that he's completely taken control of the interview.
Yeah.
From the get-go. Just
what a lovely moment. I can't believe we blagged that. 0344 499 1000. This is the Late Night Alternative Bank Holiday Special. We're on every weeknight from 10 o'clock. I'm Iain Lee. That is Catherine Boyle. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee. Unfiltered night talk with the original king of unconventional conversation on Talk Radio.
Hello?
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 Hello? How are you?
I'm fine. This is Alistair.
What nice music we're playing tonight?
Say again, please?
What nice music you're playing tonight?
I think Iain's playing that. I'm the caller, like yourself. What's your name?
No, it's Susan. Iain and Catherine are mucking around as usual. They're putting me through to you.
Oh, is that Susan?
Yeah. Susan.
Oh, hi Susan. How are you today?
Who are you, darling?
I'm Alistair.
Alistair. Oh, sweetheart, it's wonderful to talk to you.
And you.
And I think it's wonderful that we're on the show this evening. And the music is great. And I'm very pleased. I don't know about you. I'm very pleased that Catherine's back. Because Ian's always upset when Catherine goes AWOL. You know.
Yes, he seemed to be missing her last week. He's had a couple of times.
And he misses her like crazy.
I think so.
He does, darling. They're very much an item. They're a good team. You know, they're a good bunch. Yep. They do a good job.
It's good they're back together, isn't it?
I know. Because you can feel the stress in Ian when Catherine goes away. He can't stand it, basically. He can't handle it.
Well, I think he's all right. I think he can still do the show, but, you know, they've been doing it together for a long time, haven't they?
Exactly. You know, they're a good team, sweetheart. You know, they're good mates. And you don't like to see it break down. So I suggest that they both, in future, go on holiday together. Because, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I do, but, I mean, I'm sure that they probably have their own separate arrangements, Susan, I would imagine, you know?
Well, no, I'm not suggesting they go on holiday in the same place, but just, you know.
I suppose it's possible, yeah.
Well, not really, because Catherine's a very happily married woman, you know.
I don't know what you said, no, I'm sure she is. And Ian's got, I think he's in a relationship at the moment.
Yeah, Ian has a young lady, and I'm really pleased.
We're all happy.
Good.
We're all happy.
Yeah, it's good. We're happy bunnies.
Yeah, are you having a good? Are you all right at the moment, Susan? You're getting on with life, okay?
Well, it's just, you know, just the same stuff, innit? You just get on with it, don't you, whether you want to or not? We're here, I don't know why.
I'm off on holiday this week, Susan.
Where are you going, sweetheart?
I'm going to Turkey.
Oh, God.
Well, it should be alright.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah. No, actually, I've heard the Turkish people are really lovely. They're hospitable. You know, they can't do enough I've heard that. Which part are you going to?
Oh, I don't know. My friends arranged it, and it's one of these complexes. It's all-inclusive, so it's a bit like Catherine. I'll be there all the time and just relaxing by the pool and having tonic water.
Well, you can have something else with it, of course, if you want to.
No, I'm a recovering alcoholic, so I can't.
Okay, right. Okay, well, they've got, you know, it's a pretty good country, and it's interesting, and you've got turtles, and you've got Istanbul, which has a beautiful...
we won't see any of the country, I don't think. I think it's just going to be relaxation.
No.
A bit of fun. We might go on a bus trip if we're really, you know...
See, I don't do those kind of holidays. I have to get out. You know, I hit the sack at night. I get up and I'm planning I plan my day, and I need to do the trips and everything. You know.
Okay. Where did you last go on holiday?
I went to New Orleans in 2014. Hang on, where's Ian and Catherine in all this? What are they doing? Are they letting us, you know?
I think they're probably listening, and then it's going to be...
Yeah. They're having a coffee, aren't they?
I don't know.
Okay.
But anyway, look, it's lovely to talk to you.
It was 2014. I went to New Orleans on my own. I packed a bag, and I thought, right, I'm going to New Orleans. It was great. Loved it.
Yeah. Great. And was there... When you went there, did you see, was there still the signs of the flood that they had there back in the day? I can't remember when it was years ago when they had the big flood.
I saw, my darling, I made it, I have a plan, you know, I don't just muck around, I get out there, you know. I saw a swamp, I saw a plantation house, I stayed in the French Quarter, you know, I meant business, you know, bang. I went to the zoo, Audubon Zoo, I went to the museums, I did everything, I hit it, you know, big time. You know, it was amazing. You know. Are you there? Hello? Hello?
Hello? Sorry, Laxton. Hello? Is this the old music?
Hello?
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 Has Susan gone, has she?
Hello?
Yeah. She's gone, hasn't she? 03444991000.
Can you call me back, please?
Not really, no. So yeah, 03444991000. Susan, can't call you back. Ring in. But see what's going down. Meanwhile, I'll just chill out with this lovely drink I've got here. Gin and Lil. Jill. It's hard work, it. Hello? Hello? I was breaking up. Couldn't hear a word of that. What was that? Hello?
Cause man, I like JK, where'd you been? Everyone's asking me that now. Let me tell them, yo. Cause I was the best man when D2 got married. The pool bear out when this clock carried a lot of time. So I got valid and risked my freedom for prison. Yeah, what's inside me around that.
Is this an alien broadcast? What's going on? Some cross wires going on. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? That's Susan.
Can you call me back, darling?
No, I'm not. Susan, just don't hang up. Just want to explain something. I'm a caller. I've rung in.
Yeah.
You've called in. You're a caller. We're chatting on air now, so let's do this.
I haven't got any credit on this phone. It's going to run out. Can you call me back on my number? It's
No.
07.
No.
No.
Yeah, well, because it's a special night now. It's like call straight to air. So
They need to do it. I've got no credit on this phone, darling. They need to call me back.
That's a shame. 03444991000. Anyone else? Hello, Ian? Kath? Susan? Gin and lilt. With ice. It's the future. Hello?
Oh, my up. Hello?
Hello, Talk Radio.
Hi, who's that?
It's Nelly. Who's this?
Oh, hi Nelly, it's Amy.
Amy, hi Amy, okay? Do you want
How are you?
to give you a call back as well, or?
No, you're alright, just want to help you out.
Oh yeah, thanks very much for that. So,
no worries.
Just thinking about my topics when I spoke with Ian the other night, what would you, if you go to Greg's, what would you buy?
I have to go for a good old sausage roll. But at Christmas they bring out a festive sausage roll and it is most delightful.
Good choice there. I'm quite partial to sausage.
Could you call me back?
Bean melt. No, I'm quite partial to a. No, I'm quite partial to a sausage and bean melt.
I'm with the conversation with you.
Good choice there. Hello?
Oh, hello. Who's that speaking? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Susan. Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. My name's Mary. And I thought I'd just join in all these calls. I think there may be a problem with Talk transmitting. Or they're playing games with us.
I think it's Susan.
Because you think who?
It's Susan. She's messing with the line.
Do you think so?
Is it aliens?
Hello?
Hello? Turn the radio off. Hello?
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
The wind is in from Africa. Last night I couldn't sleep. Oh, you know it sure is hard to leave here, Carrie, but it's really not my home. My fingernails are filthy. I've got beach tar on my feet, and I miss my clean white linen and my fancy French cologne. Oh, Carrie, get out your cane and put on some silk. Oh, you're a neat old daddy, but I like you. Come on down to the Mermaid Cafe, and I will buy you a bottle of wine, and we'll laugh and toast to nothing and smash our empty glasses down. Let's have a round for these freaks and these soldiers, a round for these friends of mine. Let's have another round for the bright red devil who keeps me in this tourist town. Come on, Carrie, get out your cane. I'll put on some silk. Oh, you're a neat old daddy, but I like you. I like you, I like you, I like you. Maybe I'll go to Amsterdam alone. And rent me a grand piano and put some flowers around my room. But let's not talk about fairy wells now. The night is a starry dome, and they're playing that scratchy rock and roll beneath the Macklemore moon. Come on, Carrie, get out your cane. Get out your cane. Put on some seal. I'll put on some seal. You're a mean old daddy, but I like you. The wind is in from Africa. Last night I couldn't sleep. Oh, you know it sure is hard to leave you, but it's really not my home. Maybe it's been too long a time since I was scrambling down in the street. Now they got me used to that clean white linen and that fancy French cologne. Oh, Carrie, get out your cane. Get out your cane. I'll put on my finest silk. Go to the Mermaid Cafe, have fun tonight. I said, oh, you're a mean old daddy, but you're out of sight.
03444991000. That was good timing. I thought the song was a little bit longer. I would have nipped out for a wee.
And a scare.
Joni Mitchell, great music to piss to. Now.
He also Kato'd me in the corridor.
Oh, I've missed that. 0344 4991000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. The late night alternative with me, Iain Lee. You are
Catherine Boyle.
You call us up. You don't even have to say most radio shows. You'll speak to the phone operator, the technical assistant, whatever you wish to call them, a producer quite often. It's never. Let me tell you now. It's never a researcher. I was speaking to your researcher. No, you won't, because we don't really get researchers in radio. Certainly not the people answering the telephones. And normally when you phone up a radio show, they say, yeah, but what's your name? Where are you calling from? And what would you like to say to the presenter? You don't get that. The most intense questioning you'll get is, what's your name? Okay, we'll call you straight back. And then you're normally on within a couple of minutes. Sometimes it's a bit longer if we're having a busy night, or I see a new name pop up that I've not spoken to before. I tend to jump to those, but that's it. That's as involved as it gets, and it costs you pennies at most. It's free for most people, and we call you back. The phone number is, and there is no agenda. There is no set question. We are not asking for your opinion on Brexit or Boris Johnson or any of that. You can call in about absolutely anything you want. 0344 499 1000. 0344 499 1000. And bank holidays are famously, for phone-in radio, they're a little bit dead on the phones. Traditionally, very dead on the phones.
Normally because everyone's been out on an all-dayer and they've fallen asleep.
Yeah. Last week of summer holidays, I think, for most, last full week anyway, for most people. Some of you, I think Scotland have gone back already. Yeah. And some of you may have a bit longer, but generally it's the last 4 weeks. So kind of making it a beautiful day today. So people are generally making the most of that. I don't want to stay in and listen to a silly radio show, and certainly don't want to phone it up. I have to say, the first 2 hours of the show, we've had more calls than we'd quite often get on a normal Thursday, which is normally quite a busy night. We've been inundated with some regular voices, some irregular voices, a couple of new voices. I've got to say, for the first time tonight, the switchboard is empty. And I'm not thrilled that it's empty, but I'm thrilled that I'm saying it's for the first time. It's 7 minutes past midnight, and we don't got no calls. So if you want to call up, now would be an absolutely spiffing time. 0344 499 1000. If you need a handle, the only real thing we're talking about, the only kind of topic is famous pennies. Shall I go through the list?
Do it.
Penny Smith, Penny Crayon, Penny and Me, Penny Whistle, Penny Lane, Penny for Your Thoughts, Spend a Penny, Penny Pot, Penny Dreadful, Penny from Lost, Penny Chew, Penny from Just Good Friends, Penny Farthing, Penny Black, Mary's Penny, brackets her vagina, and Penny Lancaster.
I've got one.
Go on.
The bad penny keeps turning up.
Oh, yes, bad Penny. Okay, I like that. And that's it. If you've got a famous penny, call in. If you just want to phone in for a chat, if maybe it is you getting to the end of the school holidays. I had the boys last weekend and this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Normally I get them Saturday. Normally I have them Saturday. It's school time. I'll have them some Saturday nights, all day Saturday. Saturday night I take them back Sunday evening. But this weekend I had Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and I took them back today, and it was wonderful. And we laughed a lot. Your kids came round and met my kids for the first time since they were babies. They met when they were very, very young. They did, didn't they? The other place, yeah.
We took them to see Andy's TikTok time machine.
Oh, flipping hell, yeah, there was that, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I'd forgotten about that.
And my youngest was little then. She must have been about maybe 3.
Yeah.
3. And she had to be taken out of the theatre, and she and her dad
swearing at Andy.
She wasn't into clapping at that point, and there was a lot of clapping and whooping and hollering, and she didn't like that. So
my eldest was like that up to a point. Was terrified of spontaneous rounds of applause. What he perceived as spontaneous rounds of applause.
She wasn't into when she was younger, and she's the one that appears more outgoing, but she's actually got more things that she had more things that she wasn't into as a kid, like dressing up people. She's the reason we didn't go to Disney.
Yeah.
She couldn't bear them. Because of the frog in the Rainforest Cafe.
Okay.
He came down the stairs when she was in the high chair, and she went absolutely bonkers.
My kids terrified by the rainforest. I mean, we were putting a crappy table around a corner, but they were terrified. We had to keep coming out and getting some air so they could calm down a bit and then go down and finish their burger.
The thunderstorm and the gorilla.
Yeah.
Well, we couldn't see the gorilla. We were right at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
And she was facing the stairs, and all of a sudden her face, the chip fell out of her mouth. And this great big frog came down the stairs. It must have been nightmarish for a small person, actually.
Best one of those was when we took the kids to Euro Disney, and we paid an absolute fortune to eat crappy cold pizza in this restaurant on site.
Weren't they begrudgingly offered as well, because the staff weren't the most friendly?
Where the Disney characters come out. And the best one was at the time my youngest, I found a picture of it today, and he was a baby. He must have been 3.
Mm-hmm.
He had a crush on Minnie Mouse. And the best one was when he's there and we went, oh, look who's behind you. And he turned round, he saw Minnie Mouse, and he blushed, and he looked at his food, and his face went bright red, and he couldn't look at her because he had such a crush on her. That was great.
Famous.
Yeah.
That's like, Father Christmas.
Oh, they all got autographs.
Of course
they all got autographs. So anyway, so the kids came round today, and we had, listen to me, woe is me, I had the kids for 3 nights and I was knackered. That's what the point of that story is, and what I'm saying is, I've managed to trace that thread back. What I'm saying is, I had the kids for 3 nights, 4 days, and I'm knackered and I'm brain dead. You have probably had the kids, dear listener, if you have kids, for 5 weeks, and you are probably at the end of your tether.
I went out on a little mission yesterday on my scooter.
Yeah. Come to you in a second,
Andy.
And
I realised it's the first time I've been on my own for about 2 months.
Yeah.
It was great.
So what we are saying is, we get it, we understand it, and maybe you don't want to phone up, or maybe you do want to phone up because you want to speak to some sort of semi-adult and just say, do you know what, this holiday's driving me nuts, or I'm having the best holiday of my life, or what are you talking about, I don't even have kids. You can call us about anything. 0344 499 1000. Let's see what our good friend Andy has called about. Good evening, Andy.
How are you doing?
I'm a little bit windy, Pops, but apart from that, I'm absolutely fine, mate. What have you got for us?
All good. Find a penny, pick it up. For the rest of the day, you'll have good luck.
It's a lot to write down, but do you know what? I cannot exclude that from the list.
It's one of the most famous pennies.
It's a classic, isn't it?
Find a penny. Well, here's the thing. I was always taught it was find
a pin.
And
pick it up. Yeah, I've heard that one too.
I've never heard that one.
Have you not? By the way, Krista,
No.
Krista, thank you. Krista has done a poster for us with the caption, what the F is this show? Because that's what someone just tweeted.
Beautiful.
What the F is this show? Thank you, Krista. Find a penny, pick it up, and all day you'll have good luck. If you want to, then there's a line about passing it on and it doubles.
Oh, really? Don't remember that.
No, I don't remember that either.
Find a penny, pick it up, and all day you'll have good luck. If you want that luck to grow, it's something like this. If you want that luck to grow, pass it to someone that you know. It's something like that.
Oh.
You know, you said about the scramble a penny.
Yeah.
Did you used to play penny up the wall?
Now.
I did, but I can't remember
Some people call it shove halfpenny, but we used to always call it penny up the wall.
Is it the same thing? Right, okay. Here's what we used to do, one of my early jobs in radio, when it was time for someone to make a cup of tea, we'd play that.
Well, how do you play it? How did you play it, Andy?
The closest penny to the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So you've got to stand back.
I'm 73 as well, so I thought you might have known that, Ian.
Well, alright, I do remember it. So you'd stand back, about like 6 foot or something, and you chuck a penny at a wall.
Yeah.
Would you roll it or chuck it?
You can roll it.
You just chuck it.
Hang on a minute. Have you got any pennies?
No.
I haven't got anything. Hang on, let's see what we got. Hang on. I've got my Game Boy Advance, but that's not... Oh, there's my watch. Well, there's a 5 pence.
That'll do.
Okay, but we've only got 1. You need 2.
You do, really.
Alright. Come on then, boil it. Hang on a minute, don't swear, Andy, because I can't really hear you.
What we playing
for? On your right, carry on.
We're playing for this 5 pence.
Supremacy.
Right.
Hang on,
Sounds a little bit fascist, mate.
What?
We're going for that there. Okay, you can't have the curve, it's on that flat bit.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh! Right.
Won.
So that's an inch away.
Yeah, 2
I'll
fingers.
put my 2 fingers there.
Oh,
Hope you don't mind, Kath.
Stop it.
Right, you got to beat that.
Go for the roll.
She's rolling it.
Oh.
Oh! It's about 2 foot away!
Of course it curved off.
It's 2 foot away, you absolute bell cheese! Hey, I nearly called my kids bellends at the weekend.
Don't do that.
I said to them, they were annoying me, and I said, will you stop being such bells?
That reminds me. Thank you for my birthday card. I had to explain that one.
Oh, go on, tell the boys and girls what it said on your birthday card.
It said, happy birthday, you absolute legend, asterisk next to the word legend, very small writing at the bottom of the card, bellend.
Yeah, that's what I did, Andy, because she sent me a card that said, I hope your birthday isn't shit.
Well, you always he always dreads his birthday and moans about it and says he doesn't want any recognition whatsoever. This year, that was a sincere wish. And actually, they're both from the same company and they're brilliant. They're called Dean Morris Cards and they do very sweary.
Well, that's probably exactly what you'd say to him anyway.
Exactly.
Oh, by the way, everyone who's what the F is this show? Everyone who's making posters with that quote from someone on Twitter. We've got Monty's done it. Thank you, Monty. I've saved that, buddy. I'm going to tweet that. And thank you to that was Monty that did the quote.
Yeah.
Oh, Monty, thank you, brother. Well, it's a poster now, mate, that you have made, and it is appreciated. Thank you very much indeed. Andy?
Yep.
Goodbye.
All right, see you later. Thanks.
There you go. Is John's for us? Is John for us? Oh, we'll have John. Let's go to John. Good evening, John.
Good evening, Ian. Hello, Kath.
Hello.
Got a couple of pennies for you.
There we go. This is great. This is like a traditional phone-in, and do you know what? I like it. Well, okay, let's have your pennies, John.
Okay. The first one is Penny Pockets from The Masquerade by Kit Williams. Do you remember that book?
Oh, God, was that the one, The Search for the Golden Hair?
That's the one, yeah. So
We've talked about this.
One of the paintings had a character called Penny Pockets.
Do you know what? I don't remember Penny Pockets, but it's going on.
Because the hair was found near where I live.
Yeah. This was a big thing. It was like this beautiful, we've talked about this a couple of times on the show, this beautiful, ornate puzzle book that was ridiculously hard. Where there was a hair...
It was a treasure hunt, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a treasure hunt. Wow, Penny Pockets. It's on!
Yeah, it was found near Ampthill.
Yes. I live near there. I don't live in Ampthill, can't afford it, but I live near there.
That was a fantastic book, and actually it was sold, but then somebody cheated and found the hair just before the people who'd sold it. It was a really exciting way that it was found, actually. I think it would make a terrific... film or play, but
well, and this is the thing. I was surprised, now in the age of geocaching and all of that stuff, which, by the way, really boring question for the geeks out there. Have they changed the geocaching app? Because I went to it for the first time in months. I clicked on a thing I wanted to find, and it said, oh, so you've got to subscribe to Premium to get access to all the geocaches. So have they changed that?
No, that's always been the case, hasn't it?
Has it?
Yeah.
I don't think
for
it was
all of
the
them.
case.
There were some that were free.
Okay. I thought most were free. But yeah, you would think someone would... There was a good programme on Radio 4 about 6-7 years ago about the masquerade, but yeah, someone should make a movie and it should be Keanu Reeves in it. We gotta find that goddamn golden hair.
Yeah.
Alright, don't go on unnecessary on me. Open your eyes.
Keanu Reeves, someone said the other day, and it's true, is what we hoped Johnny Depp would turn into.
Yeah. It's absolutely true. Johnny Depp's a piece of
I've
trash.
got another one here.
Yeah, go
on. In Thunderbirds, Jeff Tracy always used to call Lady Penelope Penny.
I don't think we can allow... we had someone suggest that, and I didn't know that Jeff Tracy would call her Penny. I don't know if I can put that on the list, John. That just feels too disrespectful.
Oh, no.
She's a lady.
She's an aristocrat.
Yeah, she's better than you and I, John.
Will you allow the other one?
Go on.
The Penny Pockets one.
Oh, Penny Pockets is on there, buddy. That is on there. And any chance we get to talk about Masquerade, that is embraced. So, yeah, it's definitely John.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. 0344 499 1000, the late night alternative, back where it belongs. Late at night when hardly anybody's listening on Talk Radio.
Experience the unconventional, the unpredictable, and the completely unorthodox.
Exactly.
With rule-free Iain Lee. The late night alternative with Iain Lee.
I've got no internet for the last 4 days.
On Talk Radio.
Can I just ask a favour? Don't at me in conversations with at Jan Bonnie, because makes me very... I tweeted about it the other day, then I left it up for enough time, then I deleted it. It just makes me very uncomfortable, not someone I really want to be associated with. Thank you very much. That aside, someone who I do want to be associated with is friend of the show, Katia!
Hello.
Hello, Katia. We have not been hearing your beautiful accent.
English, please. Speak English.
Oh, yeah, we voted to get rid of these scumbags. We haven't heard your accent on this show for a long time. What's it doing back?
It's just... well, there's an awful echo on there. What's happening?
Oh, jeez. It's the phones. The phones here are so lousy. We fault reported it, but... It would appear that they don't really care enough about the phones on a phoning station, because this is the only show that gets phone calls.
Yeah.
Katia, can you do like a Cockney accent for us?
All right, geezer.
Go on then.
Well,
that was it.
Okay. Standard. Evening Standard.
Wow.
That's good.
I actually find that racist.
Okay.
Isn't it supposed to be more stan it?
If
you were to write it down, Katia, it'd be like stan it. Stan it. Evening stan it. That's what they sound like.
That's all I can do, I think.
Tell us how the ambulance goes in Belgium.
Pompy, pompy, pom.
So that's how it says. Okay, something new though.
Pompy, pom.
Pampon, pampon, pampon.
Pampon. Pampon, pampon.
I've got a penny for you.
Pampon, pampon.
Hello?
Pampon.
Do you know what dogs go?
I know exactly. Hang on. I know how dogs go in your language.
Find me on boy. 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 Okay.
No, they go wow wow.
No, they don't. They go.
Tell us about your stringy uvulin.
Pampon. Pampon, pampon. Pampon, pampon.
I'm just a burglar. I'm not like a nonce.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Hang on a minute. Can I just go? Katia, sorry. I just want to check something, but I need to go online. Can you wait a second while I fire up the old computer? Is that okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh.
I need to check something online.
What?
Hang on. Just need to connect to the internet.
Jesus.
Just checking out a medical issue that I've got.
Oh no, not again.
Yeah, sorry. Where are my balls meant to be in relation to my penis?
Aren't your balls normally held back by your willy?
Ah, that is right then. Thank you. Sorry, I just have to go online and check something.
I stand by that.
Your balls are not held back by your willy is not like a barrier that's holding back.
If you're face down, your balls are being held back by your willy.
If you're face down?
Yeah.
No, your willy's being pushed down by your balls.
No, but your balls aren't touching...
What's this slapping noise?
The balls. They're not touching the mattress because the willy's in the way.
Baby, baby, baby!
Off with his head.
It couldn't possibly be comfortable any other way.
Singing, we're glad to be gay.
Anyway.
Don't be so silly, Kath.
Kath was a dick. Oh.
Dick, dick, penny.
Dick.
I've got a penny.
Dick, 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 dick.
All those who remember the war, they won't forget what they've seen. Destruction of men in their prime, whose average age was 19.
Dick, 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 dick. Dick, 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 dick. Dirty pervert. Oh dear.
Baby, baby, baby.
And, all right, everyone who says that we're being sexist, here's one for the ladies.
Grab pussy.
Okay.
Penny.
Katia.
Penny.
Here's the problem with you, Katia. Here's the problem with your type.
Penny.
You phone up and you do not get straight to the point.
Mordant. Penny Mordant.
Mordant. Mordant. I don't speak.
Mordant what?
I don't. Mordant what?
Penny
Not.
Mordant.
Mordant what?
She mordant.
She mordant what?
Mordant.
See, your
Not
English
very
is
good
awful.
English, no.
Yeah, Penny doesn't. No, Penny doesn't
do it anymore.
Penny what?
Penny dormant. No such person, mate.
Mordant.
Mordant doesn't
Penny
what?
dormant.
No.
Doesn't what? Penny doesn't what?
Come on. I'm sure she.
Penny. We're getting there. Penny doesn't come on what anymore.
Penny Mordant.
That's terrible English.
She's a conservative.
She's got Penny has more dents in her car. What is this, Katia? You're really not making any sense. You see why you guys lost the Brexit vote. Penny has more dents. Penny is more dents. That's a bit rude. Try again, Katia. One more time. Nice run up to it.
M-O-R-D-A-U-N-T.
I beg your pardon? U-N-T?
Oh, no.
Just say it one more time, Katia. Penny...
Mordant.
Is that French for murder? It's French for murder.
That
Penny
would be
murders.
meurtre. La meurtre.
Do you mean Penny merde?
Not merde.
Penny merde? Please, you want? Is that what they ate in the war over in
whatever.
Penny merde, penny merde. That's what we had rationing. They had penny merde.
Okay. Now, you don't want to...
Yeah, baby.
Penny merde.
My answer.
I'm afraid we can't accept penny merde.
Thank you.
We can't accept it because it doesn't mean anything.
No, it's
right.
a gros mot.
I give up.
Okay. Well, that's not really the attitude. Again, that's why we voted to leave Europe, because people like you constantly give up.
Okay, that's the other thing that is really important for me to say. That guy...
Hang on a second. Hang on. Just everybody, just call out. All right. What is the really important thing that you wanted to say?
Find me on Boys.
That's not what this show is about.
Find me on Boys.
No.
Find me on Boys.
No.
Although M Prince is looking.
M Prince is looking.
Please. Let me say it. Please.
One more is race from 2 and 2, and one race from 2 and 2.
Oh. In your boot.
Oh, there we go. Hang on a minute. All right, hang on a minute. Just tell us again. What is it that you want?
Find me on Boys.
Well, where are we going to find that?
In your boot.
Not have you heard? I've not had a boy in the boot for a long time.
Okay.
You really have to change your attitude. October the 31st, November the 1st. Au revoir.
I'm not going to be there anyway.
Yeah, exactly. At last.
Stick a pencil up there.
My children think we're actually moving away from Europe physically. On Halloween. My youngest said it will be very spooky, won't it? I said, what do you mean?
Biddly biddly bong.
She said, when we start to move.
No.
Blimey!
Yeah.
I love my fags.
You look like him, but I don't think so, is he?
Okay, bye then.
No, where are you going? You make your point.
No.
Hi, I'm Gene Simmons. And I'm Paul Stanley, and we are part of KISS. And you make sure you tune into Ian Lee's new late night show.
I'm gonna...
Just do the thing.
It's disgusting.
What did you want to say? Please.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Please.
Bye.
Where are you going?
Bye-bye.
Knockers are better.
Stetson.
Come back.
Go away.
Come back.
Go away.
Come back.
Go
away.
Ignore my mum. Stay.
I'm not in a bad mood.
Come on.
I think it's just gone politically correct.
Katia's gone. Well, that's the problem. No staying power. Let's go to Mark. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mark.
How are you?
Oh, that's quite a good impression. Good evening, Mark.
I don't talk like that.
Yes, I don't talk like that. Good evening. I don't talk like that.
I just wanted to say I really missed you both on Friday because I was really down and I got really excited because it was 10 o'clock and you wasn't there.
What do you sound like when you're excited, Mark?
Good evening.
This is I'm not even at work for a change. I'm at home.
Oh.
I think that is a ridiculous idea.
Who's that?
That's youngest. Little him.
Oh, tell me.
I think that is a ridiculous idea.
We're talking about these things, and I love this one. And I can't help you with this one, Mook. He sent in a word which is cocksmudger.
Sorry, I just found,
I like the mushy peas.
I take it you found your soundboard then.
He's found a different one. Play the...
Andrew Clover, tell us about the decision-making process in your household. You've already told us you were there for the birth of your 3 children.
I can't play that one, it's too rude.
It is. Play Little and again.
Hang on.
I think that is a ridiculous idea.
I can play this one.
Okay, let's get to straight away to our first dedication. Dear Chris, please say a big hello to Connie Lingers, who's 69 on Tuesday. She'll be enjoying my meat and 2 veg on Sunday at 12, which are all the very best, and tell her I look forward to seeing her when she comes. Thanks ever so much, says Ivan Ardon.
Here's one. This is a good one.
Oh, hang on, we just had a text message here. My name is Margaret, and I have a lovely pair of thick beef curtains.
No, you don't make curtains out of beef. Think you've got.
And I'm looking for another pair for my spare room. Has anyone got a pair for sale? Thick beef curtains. Am I missing something here?
Is that for midnight snacks?
Is that for midnight snacks?
It could be beige. Could that, Margaret? It could be some innuendo here that I'm not reading in, which I should understand. It could be, I don't know.
Is she a butcher's wife, do you think?
I have no idea. Margaret, you give us a call. You're on 080, your last 3 digits. Give us a call, come on air, and I have no idea what you're talking about. Perhaps it's an old-fashioned design.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hope that makes up for us not being on Friday, Mark.
That has made up. I was kind of really down as well, because I've been thinking about my mum recently.
Oh, mate, I'm sorry.
Well, how are you doing, mate? It's fine.
So, I'm really sorry. Hang on a minute.
Stop laughing about beef.
Stop laughing. Hang on a minute. Let me just play some, hang on.
I think that is a ridiculous idea.
Right.
We're okay. We're back. Away you go.
So yeah, I've been thinking about my mum quite a lot recently, so I've been quite down. So when I have been ringing up, it's kind of been taking my mind away from it, because when I'm at work, I get time to think in the evening.
Yeah, of course.
So obviously when I ring up, it kind of takes my mind off it for a little bit, because I have to kind of think of what I'm going to say before. Not that you would think that.
Well, hey, listen, I'm glad that we can, that in some way, this nonsense of us playing vulgar clips of other radio shows, I'm glad that it kind of helps in some way. How are you doing tonight, Mark?
Well, I'm good. I've been with my godchildren today.
Yeah.
Which has been really nice. I haven't seen them for a while.
How old?
And one of them's 7 and one of them's 16.
There you go.
But the 7-year-old's just been diagnosed with ADHD, and he does not stop. Like, his mouth just doesn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, 7-year-olds can be relentless anyway, you know, whether they are on a spectrum or they are not. But, yeah, but I love that. That's why I love 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds. I just think are so wonderfully bonkers and life-affirming. I do like hanging out with them.
I said to him a couple of times, stop talking, take a breath. But yeah.
Hanging out with young...
Who was on Friday?
Yeah.
Who was on Friday?
Howard Hughes was on.
Okay.
Did you... I didn't listen. I
literally tuned in, and then I realised that wasn't you. And I turned off, and I realised that you was off because it was your lad's birthday after.
Well, it wasn't the birthday, but I just, because I had them that weekend and Kath was away. I thought, do you know what? And I was looking after them in the day Friday, but then I was gonna, have to drop them back, and I thought I might as well just take Friday night off and make a long weekend out of it. So yeah, that's what I did, and do you know what? It was the best decision. Sometimes you just gotta go and off and be with people that love you.
That's true. Did you have a good holiday, Kat?
Yeah, I had a really good holiday, but sometimes you've got to get away from people who love you, so I'm glad to be back at work. It was great. It was one of those, though, where did nothing for a week, and that's great, but I think if it had been any more than a week, I'd have got fed up.
Yeah.
I'm not a sunbather. I'm too pasty for that, so, it had limited charm in the end. But, it was nice to have a break. It was nice to read some books, and it was nice to hang out with the kids, and the kids had a wicked time, and that's the point, isn't it?
Mark?
Right, I'll let you get to
Thank you, mate. It's always nice to talk to you, and I'm glad. Thank you for your kind words, and you're a good man. Thank you. Buttery Clive has sent this. We've played this before, but this is one of those Nigerian, I believe, religious channels, where they read out emails. I flipping love this. Thank you for this, Clive. Here we go. Here we go. This explains how God has, he reads out emails about how God has affected their lives.
A story here is a long one.
This is great.
It says, I'm a newly born again Christian and would like to share my story of salvation with you. I was born in West Philadelphia and also raised there. I spent most of my days playing basketball on a playground, but also chilling out and relaxing. But then one day, a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my living area. I ended up getting into a fight, which terrified my mother. As a result, she sent me away from West Philadelphia to the most peaceful area of Bel Air. Oh, okay. Okay. And I think there's some Mongolians on the system. Okay.
From a comedy show.
You know what? Let me take this caller. Joyce from...
there were a series of those, because, is that me buzzing? Oh, it's because I got that plugged in. I do apologise. Because then there were a couple more of those to other religious channels where they, start reading out the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I miss that. I miss the prank calls, the prank text. The ones we get on this show, they don't work because there's no filter to this show. Anyone can get on, so it doesn't work. And then they just tend to be very misogynistic or racist.
The thing is, the best prank calls are usurping authority. Okay, yeah. So you've got a very straight show, a very serious subject, a very ardent presenter who's making what he thinks is, life-affirming points, and it just upsets the apple cart. This apple cart is on very wobbly wheels anyway.
Exactly. This is a great one. This is one I tweeted at the weekend. I love this.
Please give a shout out for my Asian female friend that's just come out as a lesbian, Minjita.
No.
Hello, Minjita. And let's speak to Tony and Robert.
In case you missed it.
Please give a shout out for my Asian female friend that's just come out as a lesbian, Minjita. Hello, Minjita.
I mean, come on! Ian Payne in the membrane, Ian Payne in the brain. Last 20 minutes of the show. I'm having so much fun tonight. It's a joy when it's like this. And I don't mind it's a little bit quiet this last hour, because the calls we've had have been great. If you want to give us a call, switchboard's empty, 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Jacked up jive talk for janitors, jazz cats, and gin-soaked boys and girls.
Is that Commando?
If you're awake, you're welcome.
I've got 5 cactus needles stuck in my...
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. That is the number to give us a call. I'll be streaming on my Twitch stream tomorrow. I'm going to get back into it. I might move the time. Normally I try and do it 11 a.m, but I might move it to 11:30 a.m. That might be a little bit more realistic. But I don't know. I just don't know. Don't know, guys.
I'm going to get a line tomorrow because my mum's going to take the girls. My sister's gone away, and she's got a little kitten who needs feeding.
And
so mum's going to take the girls to feed
Girls
Teddy.
very generously invited me over to meet their aunt's kitten.
She wouldn't mind.
She wouldn't mind. I'd love to go and Freddie?
Teddy.
Sorry, Teddy. I'd love to go meet Teddy.
It's beautiful.
Some of the awful things my cats have brought me while you've been...
You showed me a picture of one that was like a mouse's head and its backside, but the middle was just completely
It's just like a little bit of red string.
Yeah, like a sort of doner kebab.
Oh yeah, that happens quite a lot.
Disgusting.
They're awful. They tend not to bring them in as often now because they know I just chuck them in the bin. But you'll see them running around with like a mouse. There's a lot of shrews. A lot of shrews, but Tony Slattery told me shrews are poisonous to cats.
Are they?
Apparently so, yeah. But I don't even know.
Fun to catch by the sounds of it.
I don't even know what a shrew is. But this weekend, the boys are going, we found some dead things in the garden. I said, yeah. But my youngest is great now at picking them up by the tail and chucking them in the bushes. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's nature.
Unfortunately, yes.
It is nature. 0344. Have you got any? You haven't got anything, have you? Because
No,
you didn't do. No, good. Okay.
Oh, well, I was going to tell you the story of the clear out, but we can save that for another time.
Let's save that for tomorrow because that's quite an important thing. I think. Let's do that on tomorrow's show because that's it's not just me that's nuts. Turns out Catherine is nuts as well, which I kind of knew, but. She's finally realised that she's.
I've been carrying some stuff around.
Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow because I think that's.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm not the only person that's dealing with this particular thing, and you probably don't realise it.
It's an eating thing. Eating, that's boiling it down to its most basic. I know it's even more complex than that, but it's an eating
it's a
weight
body perception thing.
Go. Thank you. But I've said this before that I think everyone would benefit from doing the 12 steps.
Yeah.
Everyone would. It's just you when you go through it the first time, you go, oh,
yeah,
this makes so much sense.
Well, here's the deal. I read Russell Brand's version of the 12 steps. It's called Recovery, and it's kind of, it takes the sort of jargony bit. It's not really jargon, 12 steps actually. Anyway, it's quite straightforward, isn't it? Yeah. But he kind of makes it more Russell Brandish, and it's funny, and he puts his little spin on it. And I read it really because I wanted to support you.
Thank you very much indeed.
And then I got into it and realised that actually there was a lot in it that was helpful to me too. And actually, there's a lot in it that's just helpful.
Yeah. Yeah. They're great. The steps are great because it basically just
everyone's got a thing.
It helps you work out what stuff is controlling your life that you don't need in your life anymore. When you've been a dick to people, when you've been a dick to yourself, and ways that maybe you could stop being dicks to people, and then saying sorry to those people that you need to say. You perhaps need to say sorry to. That's it.
All right, and already we've got people saying 12 steps is rubbish. I was in rehab. Yeah, okay. The higher power
Who's
thing.
Saying that?
Oh, someone.
I'm going to kill one.
Blue meanie on Periscope. It doesn't work for you. That's fine. You don't have to.
Oh yeah, and this is something I came to realise a while ago that I'm a big advocate for the 12 steps only because it worked for me and it saved my life. But actually, there are other ways, and the 12 steps isn't for everyone. That's fair enough. But please,
and the higher power thing doesn't necessarily mean God.
But no, don't disparage other people. What work for other people? It's like sometimes we've had people phone up and say, "Oh, Jesus saved me from drugs." Okay, fine. If that worked for you, then that's great. If a few people become born again Christians and it stops them taking drugs or doing whatever it was they were doing. If it works for you, it works for you. I would never. I'm not going to say, what the hell, are you crazy? It seems like a crazy option to me, because religion and Jesus and that isn't my thing. But if it worked for you, it worked for you, man. So, the 12 steps didn't work for you.
Do you know, to me, the higher power thing is hope.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, it's nature. It's nature. It's Mother Nature. It's trees. It's what makes a seed grow into a tree. It's the laughter of my boys. It's sunshine. It's the magic I feel if I'm feeling crap and I'm sat in a meeting and then I feel a bit better. It's you. It's the joy I get when I do a good show. That's what it is for me. That's what God is for me. It's my higher power. Let us go to Barney. Good evening, Barney.
Good evening, Castian Boyle, as I thought you could possibly be called.
Oh, you've put all our names together in one really weird-sounding super name.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Okay.
It's going to be a long poster.
I'm gonna reserve judgment.
Oh, okay.
Le jugement.
But you know what? No idea's a bad idea.
No, well, some ideas are awful.
Yeah.
For example, putting Julia Hartley-Brewer on breakfast on the radio station. But, I'm not equating that with that. What you got for us, Big Barnes?
Well, I haven't heard that one before, but, I've got a couple of pennies for you.
At last, here we go. The circle is complete. Away you go.
I've got, penny for the guy.
Oh!
Yes,
brother!
yes,
well played!
Yes.
You came, listen, if that's your opening gambit, penny for the guy, that's genuinely brilliant. If you've got others that are better than that, penny for the guy, well played. Okay, go on.
Miss Moneypenny.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna take that.
Okay.
I'm taking Miss Money.
Yes.
Yeah?
Well, that's the 2 pennies.
Oh, penny for the guy, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Thank you, Barney. Go on, what else you got for us?
Well, for quite a number of years, I've just found a bit of a weird thing, and I just wondered if you...
It's called a penis.
Ever...
Yeah, it's quite normal.
Gives you great pleasure.
What?
And also great sadness.
No.
Nope.
Have either of you ever smelt the distinctive smell from a cardboard box of ice cream or ice lollies that's been in a freezer?
And is no longer in the freezer?
Yeah,
or
you
still
take
in
it
the
out
freezer?
and it's empty, I guess. Funnily enough, does it work with...
The inside of the box.
Yeah, no, I haven't smelt that smell.
Oh, there's this, really specific smell for years. I've just wondered if anyone else had ever smelled.
Well, I haven't, and I've had ice lollies in my freezer, or they've been summer, and the kids are over, and here's what the kids do, is they put the empty ice lolly box back in the freezer. Idiots. No, I've not. I'm going to ask you an impossible question, Barney.
Yes.
Try and describe that smell.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, now we're getting heavy at 10 to 1.
Is it sugary?
Is it sugary? No, I don't think so.
Is it sweet?
No, it's quite bland, really. It's probably, just the paper. It's from the cardboard, I think, or the ink or...
Okay. And have you been sniffing this for a long time?
Yeah, I have actually. Yeah, I was a child.
Yeah. Oh,
okay,
I bet.
Can I ask you a question?
I bet it takes you back through time.
How does it make you feel?
As a person?
Mm-hmm.
As a person, well, I suppose it reminds me of, I suppose it's artificial, and it's generally, the things that have been in the box are quite, not really exactly the best things in the world, so, the most beneficial.
But you're not answering the question.
Does it remind you of Mummy?
No. It doesn't remind me of any living organisms.
Okay. Does it make you feel happy inside?
This is a great call, but I know we're trying to put your finger on something that's impossible to touch, but well played, Barney, for trying to answer these questions. Go on again, Kath, sorry.
Is it a happy feeling?
It's a bit intriguing, I suppose. It's not happy or sad, it's a bit interesting. It's a bit like...
Ooh.
It's not as good as petrol, but...
Best smell, of course. Two great smells in the world. I smelled a lot this weekend. Bonfires.
Yeah, wood smoke.
And petrichor.
Petrichor?
Petrichor is the smell just after a rainfall, and it's generally on fresh tarmac.
Oh.
That you get it.
Is that different from, rubber burning?
Yeah. Oh, it's completely different from rubber burning. It's a wonderful, wonderful smell.
Oh. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I also like the smell of fresh tarmac, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Smells...
Oh, yeah.
We all know about, feelings, and hearing a song can transport us back, and seeing a picture of Dad, I don't think enough research has been done into smells and the power of smells to transport us through time.
Yeah, and just, the words, and the same with colours, it's very narrow and... a lot of, limited, a lot of the words, the language, whatever, that are commonly had to describe and identify different.
What's the word for someone? Synesthesia.
Mm-hmm.
Synesthesia. Some people, I talked about a friend of a friend, guy I met, when I was with my friend Simon, and when he left, Simon went, oh, he has synesthesia. When he hears music, he comes. And
that's not the only.
No, that's a very extreme one.
Yes.
But sometimes if people see a colour, they can sort of feel it or hear it or.
Isn't Stevie Wonder one of these people who can, the notes have a colour to him?
He doesn't see colour for several reasons. What?
I think he can imagine colours.
I don't know if blind people can imagine colours, can they? Can they? If you've never seen a colour?
I don't think Stevie was blind from birth.
Oh, Stevie now, is it?
Yeah,
Stevie.
Steveland.
Flipping it. Was he not?
I'm going to check, but that's my perception. You know, he drives. If you go and see him, he'll drive down to meet you, and you get in his car, and he drives back.
I know that. Barney, I have to go, because we've got one more call, then we've got Paul Ross coming in, but I'd love to speak to you again later in the week. I've really enjoyed our chat.
Oh, well, that's interesting indeed, isn't it?
Is it as interesting as an empty lolly box?
Yeah, I think it is actually, yeah, I think, yeah, definitely.
What, any particular type of lolly?
No, just any old, it's not the actual, because you know they're sealed up in plastic, so they're not.
Yeah, it's the box.
Yeah, just the inside.
Alright. Hey, listen, man, genuinely, I'm not taking the mick or anything. I've really enjoyed, this is a perfect chat for 10 to 1 on a Monday night, so thank you, mate.
Well, that's your, thank you. What's the right, your, thank you? No, is it?
Thank you's fine, or you're welcome.
Yeah.
Or just goodbye, or nothing. You could just put the phone down, that'll be acceptable.
Well, good night, yes, good night.
Thank you, Barney. What an interesting gentleman. I really enjoyed that.
Steveland, wasn't quite blind when he was born, but he became blind.
Well, what age?
Very little. He was born 6 weeks premature.
Okay.
He had this condition that meant that his...
he wrote brilliant songs until 1982.
What, when he was a baby? His retina was detached, and also...
Wait, what age did he become blind?
Listen to me.
I want to talk to Val. I want to talk to you, Val.
They put him in an incubator, and the oxygen in it made him blind.
Okay, so he doesn't know...
In addition to the condition.
So he doesn't know what colour is?
No, but he's a very expressive man. I bet he's got his idea of what it is.
He doesn't know what colour is, Val. Val, what can we do for you?
How is Catherine?
A pain in the arse.
Oh, no! I'm all right, Val, thank you. It's nice to hear your voice.
Thank you. Nice to hear yours.
Stop flirting, you two. What can we do for you tonight, Val?
Oh, just taking it easy.
Okay. Yeah. Smoking a fat one?
No.
Well, who's that talking in the background? Have you got a robot lover?
Telly.
No.
I might get a robot lover.
Oh gosh, really?
Yeah.
Well.
And I nearly said something that wasn't. I didn't mean it to be as rude as it was going to be.
Okay, well let's save it for in 5 minutes' time when no one's got a microphone.
What Barney was talking about and about smelling boxes.
Flipping heck, mate.
But I didn't.
I'm glad you didn't say it. I'm glad you didn't say it, because that sounds awful.
She's a robot.
Val's still there.
Look at you sat back in the chair like Alan Bloody Sugar. Silly sausage.
I'm taller than him.
Val!
He's sitting on a booster.
Val! We have to go because Paul Ross is going to come in a second. Is there anything, please, is there anything that you'd like to say before we move on?
Have a nice night. And I'll talk tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Val.
Yeah.
You take care of yourself. There we go. What a way to end the show. A couple of great callers there. Barney's call was fascinating.
I'm still thinking about that box.
Hello, welcome back, Kath.
Thank you very much.
Nothing about the show tonight. That was fend for itself. But you played some great radio prank calls earlier on.
Yeah, go on.
Many years ago, for a long time, I did the breakfast show on the now defunct BBC Radio London.
Yeah, I had to close it down.
And Sarah Green was once stepping for Vanessa Feltz after me. So I'm driving home. Out of loyalty, I'm listening to the show, and I know Sarah. I used to know her very well. And she gets a call, and she did a little thing. What musical instrument have you not played for the longest time? What's under your bed? What's in the loft? What's lurking in the attic? What's at the top of the wardrobe? So a chap phones in, very dry, and says, I haven't blown my pink trombone for a while.
Oh, my.
Okay, straight away I've got the alarm bells. Green. Sarah though is lovely and says, "Oh really?" She says, "Yes, I've not blown it for. I'm worried my pink trombone's getting a bit rusty." So I put it up to my lips and it doesn't, it's not working for me. She said, "But I've got an idea next week, Sarah. I might blow my pink trombone right up the Oxo Tower. I might take my pink trombone up the Oxo Tower and blow it right up there. What do you think?" And I finally rang and said, "Look, get this guy off. This is not just you. This is single entendre." And they had, in a lovely BBC way, they had no idea, a la Beef Curtains, what he was on about. He was going to blow his pink trombone right up her Oxo Tower.
The joy as well of the BBC, none of the stations have a 7-second delay.
No.
And I've said this before.
Don't take advantage of that, folks.
No.
That would be terrible.
The local stations, 5 Live, 4 doesn't have many phone-ins, but it does have some. None of them have a 7-second delay.
No.
And quite often, a lot of the people working the faders are very, very old men that aren't really paying attention.
I used to work with a lovely woman who I'd be looking through the glass, and she'd be doing her knitting with a Madonna mic on.
Oh,
and that's just quality. That's what BBC Local Radio is all about.
Yeah, which is why some bits of it are so great and why, they should close down about half.
Because that 3 Counties used to be good and then you 2 turned up.
Well, I we
the award-winning Iain Lee and Flippy Cat.
We kept their listeners at a very steady low number. We wanted to keep it niche and cult there, so
you banned the Nazis from Luton, didn't you? That was a problem.
We banned we tried to, but I think the Nazis won. That's it, we're done. I like the bank holiday shows. I don't like bank holidays. I think we have too many of them and Britain is lazy, and once Brexit happens we're going to need to work harder. But until then, laugh it up, Fuzzball. I like them. They're nice and relaxed and laid back. Thank you. We had loads of calls as well, which is unusual. We will be back tonight at 10 o'clock and, we'll try
with or without the pink trombone.
Well, but we maybe we'll go up the Oxo Tower for some fun beforehand. I just don't know what we're going to do. But we will be back tonight at 10. Podcasts and all of that. I'm only saying that because I've got to fill 10 seconds. Nothing really. Why don't you do some filling?
Thingy. What's it? See you tomorrow. 10 o'clock.
Paul Ross up next. This is Talk Radio.
This is Talk Radio.